Like, I don't understand. All of a sudden, I'm just like, I'm playing the game and everything's cool, and then the server stops being pinged. And so then I'm like, okay, well, this is a problem. I don't know why I can't connect. That's strange. And then I just literally turn off the live stream, swap to a different server, and then keep streaming, and then everything is fine. Yeah, and I use a different server every time, and I don't know what's causing it. I don't know. No, I don't have any Twitch contacts to ask for a fix. Yes, I apologize for the momentary disruption. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in the meantime. It's a very silly problem. No. Whew. Good thing I grabbed onto that ledge with one hand. That's one of the things I will say about Artificers, is they are very strong. They can climb everything with one hand. Do I have any recommendations for an 18 Druid 2 Rogue? Yeah, so since you're obviously playing as a Spellcaster Druid using throwing knives for the majority of your damage, but using Spellcasting for healing, I would say probably making sure that you're getting a good throwing dagger, you know, maybe getting the Vistani Knife Fighter tree probably. That makes sense. I'd probably do that. And then also make sure you have the right appropriate spell powers for your actual attacks. That's a mistake that a lot of people make when they try to play a hybrid build like that, is they don't appropriately like get all of the actual spell powers that they're going to need, which is a big deal. So that would be my recommendation for you. Watch your spell powers and make sure ahead of time that you actually have like a good weapon for your throwing daggers. I'm gonna turn off the rune arm sound effect. Rune. Disable rune arm sounds. There we go. Meta magics? I mean, on that type of character, probably. You have a bunch of... Like, it depends how many points you'd want to spend on Season's Herald and the Vistani Knife Fighter tree between the two. So I would probably say, you know, it's good to have Quicken and Maximize always. You don't really get a lot of feats as Druid, and there's a lot of ranged feats you have to take if you want to play as a character like that. So yeah, I don't know... because there's like 7 ranged feats. You gotta take Precise Shot, Improved Precise Shot, Point Blank Shot, Precision, Quick Draw, Rapid Shot. So there's definitely a lot of feats that go into it. A build like that. So meta magics, it might be hard to take anything more than Quicken. Anyone else notice that? No, I've been seeing Carnages all day. All day, all Carnage, all the time. Wait, I missed one upstairs? Oh no, I missed this one. Okay. I'm like, wait, which one didn't I do? I was about to be very sad that I have to go run around upstairs again. But I'm glad that I didn't, and I don't, and I do not. Yeah, so that would be my overall recommendation to you for that. Unless you had a different Druid in mind. I assume that the Rogue is so you can get dagger stats, or you're playing a throne character or something. And then you'd have the spellcasting stuff in the back end.
Through the arches lies the way to Great Garl's resting place. Red Town is never made it this far.
Yeah, no, I haven't noticed any different distributions. It's one of those things where, like, if you play the game often enough, eventually you'll hit all of them. So, for example, if you find that you're seeing a lot of Doom Reapers lately, that might not be a lately thing. That just might be you're seeing more Doom Reapers because if you play enough, you will that possibility of there being almost exclusively Doom Reapers in your dungeon is going to play out. Like, that's just going to happen at some point. Oh, so you want to play like a spellcaster druid and not like a dagger thrower druid. Gotcha. I understand. Sorry, I wasn't sure. Yeah, if you want to play a spellcaster, don't take that dagger throw stuff, and also don't use the Vistani Knife Fighter tree. I would probably just take the meta magic feats. So you take Quicken, Empower, Maximize, and Heighten. and you go from there. AoE farmer? Oh, druids don't really have very good AoE spells. They're mostly a single target with Call Lightning. Although you do get Firestorm, which is not that bad. Although it's not that good, but it's also not that bad. The Firestorm is definitely a good option there. I'm trying to think of what else makes like good options for druid. Yeah. Like, if you're looking for an AoE farmer, I would definitely recommend Sorcerer, Wizard, Alchemist, or Warlock ahead of Druid. But, you know, definitely, you can definitely use Druid as well if you want. Hey, Shadow Lion, how you doing?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Red leather, yellow leather.
Thanks for the bits, how we doing? I appreciate that. Oh, man. That's funny. I think I'm going to go do Grey Moon. Grey Moon seems fun. Aren't strips capstones there? Strips capstones? What do you mean by strips capstones? Oh, like immunity penetration? In Alchemist, no, it's just a tier 5. And if you play as a sorcerer or a wizard, you just cast a different type of spell. You don't need to cast all one spell. So, like, if you play as a sorcerer, you just say, play fire, and then you have some lightning spells on the side. Red leather, yellow leather? Oh, is that supposed to be like a tongue twister? Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers? I see what you're saying. The tongue and twisters. I could do some tongue twisters. I can twist my tongue. Hold on. Tongue twisters. Not for kids. I'm a grown-up. Hold on. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled Peter Piper picked? Oh, okay, that one got me. Damn it. It's when it gets so long that you gotta keep saying the same things. It's like actually challenging. Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So 'twas Betty, better Betty butter bought a bit of better butter. Ah, my brain. This is hard. Red leather is one. You say yether instead of leather. No, I don't really like cherries, so I've never tried to do that. Trying to get into doing your last heroic life? You can do it! Hold on. This is actually kind of fun. I'm taking a mild sidetrack. Okay. Ignore the Hearthstone ad. I'm gonna make this big so it's easy to read. Okay. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. That's easy. She sells seashells by the seashore. This one screws me up every time. She sells seashells by the seashore. It's so hard to say that fast. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? What? How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Oh no, this is hard. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Okay. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. This is not a tongue twister. Everybody can do this one. Who can't do I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream? Who can't do that? I saw Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop. I saw Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop. I saw Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines. Oh, that one's tough. The second verse is really hard on that. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits. Where she sits, she shines. Okay, that one's tough. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? This is also very easy. This one is not. I don't think this one has any challenge to it, or the ice cream one. Can you can a can as a canner can a can? Can you can? Wait, can you? Can you can a can as a canner can a can? Oh, can you can a can as a canner can a can? Gotcha. That one's not too hard. The shells that she sells are seashells, I'm sure. Oh, that one sounds tough. I've got a date at 7:45. I'll see you at the gate, so don't be late. That one's not hard. I've got a date at 7:45. I'll see you at the gate, so don't be late. It's when it's all the same sounds, like the sh and the s. Sh, s. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits. Where she sits, she shines. I have to, like, think. That's hard. You know New York. You need New York. You know you need unique New York. Ah, unique New York. If I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. Oh, I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. No, that one's not hard. If a dog choose shoes, whose shoes does he choose? If a dog choose shoes, whose shoes does he choose? No, that was not tough either. I thought of thinking of thanking you. Nope. This is, again, it's just, it's not like a, if it was like tanking you, maybe, but it's the same sound. I wish to wash my iris wristwatch. Oh, okay, wait. I wish to wash my iris. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. Damn. I don't know why. This is very entertaining. Near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. If you guys have recommended difficult tongue twisters, please post them in chat. Eddie edited it? No, that's not really hard. A big black bear sat on a big black rug. That's not even hard to say. 9 nice night nurses nursing nice. Wait. 9 nice night nurses nursing nicely. 9 nice night nurses nursing nightly. Nicely. Ugh. Think you need a new site? Yeah, I just googled tongue twisters. Tongue twisters from smartwords.org. Difficult tongue twisters? Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep Silly Sally shooed shilly shallied south. These sheep could... These... Shilly shally, that's not fair. They invented a word. That's bullcrap. These sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. That's not even hard. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep Silly Sally shooed shilly shallied south. These sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Oof. Try the red leather 4 times. What is it? Red leather, yellow leather, 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 red leather, yellow leather. It's not too bad. The 6 slick chic 6 sheep sick. Wait, the 6 chic, the 6 sick, the 6. Oh my god, that's really hard. The 6th sick sheik's chic 6 sheep sick. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, this is the hardest tongue twister. What? That's crazy. I don't really care about the Guinness Book of World Records, but that's fine. Just red leather 4 times. Red leather, red leather, red leather, red leather. Pad kid poured card pulled cod. Wait, pad kid poured curd pulled cod. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry is the harder one. Oh, I found that easier. Round the rough and rugged rock, the ragged rascal rudely ran. No. All I want is a proper cup of coffee, made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. Tin coffee pots and iron coffee pots, they are no use to me. If I can have a proper cup of coffee in a proper coffee pot, I'll have a cup of tea. Yellow? Wait, how do you pronounce Y differently? Y. Yellow. Yeah. Yee. Red lorry, yellow lorry. I guess maybe like ESL, like English is a second language, it gets tough. 3 thin thinkers thinking thick, thoughtful thoughts. Ugh. Gross. Best tongue twisters to perfect your English language pronunciation. And there's a cat twisting his own tongue. That's interesting. Tongue twisters for kids? No. I don't want anything that's funny. Hardest tongue twisters. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How is this hard? It's in like the Wizard of the Magic of the song? No, Mary Poppins? I don't know. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock, in pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. A dull, dark dock, a lifelong lock. A short, sharp shock, a big black block. To sit in solemn silence in a pestilential prison and awaiting the sensation from a cheap chopper on a big black block. Huh. Okay. If you must cross a course, cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the course cow across the crowded cow crossing carefully. Brisk brave brigadiers brandied broad bright blades, blunderbusses and bludgeons, balancing them badly. Six sick hicks nick six slick bricks with picks and sticks. That one was tough. All the S's, the H's, I can't do that together. My brain just starts to fry. Six sick hicks nick six slick bricks with picks and sticks. I can't even do that right. Can you can a can into an uncanned can like a canner can a can into an uncanned can? Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an menagerie. It's an imaginary menagerie. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie. I made a few mistakes there. Rory the Warrior and Roger the Warrior are reared wrongly in a rural brewery. Why is rural brewery in here? Let's just put all the letters together. Rural brewery. Send toast to 10 stout saints, 10 tall tents. Okay, that's hard. Tongue twisters in Spanish? Oh, God. Nono Yanes. I can't even speak Spanish. I don't even try. Or French. Learn a language in 2 minutes a day. Yeah, you can't do that, by the way. Okay, I'm done with that. I was enjoying tongue twisters. They're fun. Sometimes it's fun to challenge your mind in different ways. Also, as they do say, pronunciation and enunciating your words properly are all key things to help with just the general clarity. People having the ability to understand your language is helped out a lot by cutting out things like mumbling and, kind of blurring words together. Accents are wonderful because they, show you get to like have cool different types of slang, and you can it's like its own aspect of culture, especially like a regional accent that you find all over North America and some parts of Europe. Actually, no, the parts that aren't Europe anymore, the UK and stuff. You got these regional accents. The problem is that they also distort the clarity of what you're trying to say to people who don't understand you, as if it was another language. It's one of the reasons that I try to make sure when I speak, I am as clear as possible sometimes. Ignore the facts that sometimes if I've had a little bit too lots to drink, I might not be as intelligible as I am right now. Although I don't think I'm too bad, honestly. Still Europe, just not EU. Nah, they kicked them out of the whole Europe. They're not even there anymore.
Abandoned mine. It is now
a box of biscuit, a box of mixed biscuits, and a biscuit mixer? I can do that. I can mix your box of biscuit mixers.
The mine
or whatever.
Dank and filthy. Angry growls
39 years, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought like learning a language, isn't it like 600 hours or something to properly learn a language?
Through the door, you hear a rough voice.
Like if you wanted to learn Spanish, you need to like practice Spanish for like 600 hours. And isn't it related to the languages that you know? Not an easier language, it's a similar language. Like I'm sure that if you knew like, if you know, German or French, it's probably easier to learn Spanish or English. But if you know, like, Vietnamese, it's probably easier to learn, like, Japanese or another Eastern language. I don't know if some languages are easier to learn. I think it's all about your understanding of that language's syntax. Like, for example, a lot of Like, a lot of it's regionality, right? Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. That's when you start saying tight butt.
You see movement in one of the cells.
Yeah, like, English is not an easy language to learn. Because a lot of people like to say that English is, like, really hard. But I don't think that English is really hard. I think that there's a lot of things that make English easier to learn in some respects. Like the fact that it's used everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's English-speaking people. Because so many people speak the damn language. So, like, if you're an international tourist, like I could be when the pandemic is over, you know, if I go somewhere, they gotta have some guy at an airport who speaks English so that way I can buy hamburgers or whatever, right? And so it's literally everywhere. The problem is English also just kind of steals things from other languages and is really, really bad at, like, just, like, think about sounds.
Out of his cell and disappears
So
down the
it makes it
hall.
really tough for somebody to potentially learn English, because if you just, like, as an English-speaking person, if I see a word I don't know, I also don't know how to pronounce it because it's not implicitly obvious.
The lift here.
Yeah, and then all the homonyms, because we have so many things that sound the same but mean different things.
Ogres.
I don't think grammar messes anybody up. I think it's stuff like homonyms is a big one.
Ogres must have recently
We have so many things that mean the same thing. And not just that, also, like, the weird regionalisms of the language. Like, a great example is I was talking about, like, oh man, that's a sick car. Well, sick is not a good thing, but it is a good thing. But it's not a good thing? Question mark, question mark? Yeah, there's a crazy amount of slang as well. It's gonna make it very, very difficult. Pop, soda, soft drink? Yeah, another great example. He threw the thrower through the trough. There's a great example.
The tension in the mine is greater than before. The ogres
You just gotta add though at the end. Just add a classic though. Yep. Though, through, trough, hiccups. Hiccups is the worst. I straight up don't know how to spell hiccups. It's the worst word. Cough. Come on, cough. Get out of here. The fast thief flied. Wait, the fast thief flash. The fast thief flash fried thick fish. Wow, that one's tough. Okay, that one got me. Take homonyms in 30 Rock where the guy reads a word and the contestants guess which spelling and then always tells them they're wrong. That's awesome. Oh, that's so good. Hiccup or hiccup? Yeah, exactly. Hickoff. Stupid hickoff. Oh yeah, I'm not feeling too good today. I got a case of the hickoffs. Or hicco. What do you call an animal with a sore throat that cowboys ride?
Take a Kalashtar to sense that the ogres
I
want
don't
you to
know
go
if I want to know the answer to this question. A horse. Every joke about ponies, by the way, every pony pun in the entire world, is a joke about something a little horse, but like horse is in like somebody's got a sore throat.
The air shimmers with heat from the
Did you see that guy riding that pony? He was a little horse.
ledges above.
Yeah, Jim. What's Jim? G-Y-M? Jim? Yeah. That's why my friends and I will say Gime. It's Gime time. Another great example is drugs. When you think about drugs, D-R-U-G, but the sound you make is J, drugs. Nobody says drugs. It's not D-rugs. You don't say drugs. Some people maybe, but the majority of humans that speak the language,
Laughter comes
they
from
say
beyond the locked
drugs.
door.
But isn't it D-rugs? D-rugs. D. Truly rural, purely plural.
Lord Groost glowers at you from his throne in the room, a roar of rage.
I don't think water's hard to say. D-rugs. Yeah, exactly. Like,
his brief reign ended in blood. The trolls are dead, but their presence here troubles you. Bruku must hear of this.
the presence here troubles you. You should talk to Bruku. Not hard, but we don't say the T. Water? Oh, water? I mean, that one's kind of forgivable, because, like, that happens in a lot of places.
The lift here leads down to a long abandoned
Trade.
to ogres.
Water. Yeah, water. It is definitely water. D-E-R. I don't say water. Water! Although, I can already hear in my head somebody who doesn't speak English as their first language saying when they learn that water. As opposed to water, which is what most people will say. Like, I gotta get a cup of water. Oh, man, and then you take, like, regional accents, and it gets even worse. And the whole language just breaks down. Phlegm? Yeah.
In the hollow to the north.
Why is there a G in phlegm? Come on, English language. You can do better than this. That's so true. That's so true.
You can use
If it wasn't for autocorrect, I would spell so many words wrong, because I'm just like, oh yeah, right, there's like 3 silent letters in this one. We need... That's one of the things that, you know, I think that we need a cleanup of redundancies in language in terms of just spelling. We should change phlegm to phlegm. We should get rid of, you know, hiccups. Just make it H-I-C-C-U-P-S. That's what we need. What's this? A Wikipedia article. Is the creative spelling of the word fish used to illustrate irregularities in the English language? Woman? Oh, women. Oh, women. NTI is nation. Fish. Oh. Oh. Interesting. I've never heard of this. But yes, this is the problem with this language. That can somehow be phonetically correct. But it literally doesn't follow any of the rules of the language. Stupid English language. Pad kid, poured curd, pulled cod. Yeah. Any stupid words to the English dictionary? No, adding words to the dictionary is perfectly fine. I 1,000,000,000% disagree that adding words is stupid. Because adding words allows us to... Where's improved two-handed fighting? There it is. Adding words allows us to learn new ways to communicate with one another. It increases our ability to communicate with each other in a positive way. I have no issues whatsoever with adding new words to the dictionary. I think that's always good because we come up with new ideas and we need new definitions for stuff. I actually think that the fact that new words get added to the language all the time is so incredibly positive. And it's one of my favorite parts about the language, that we don't stop adding new ways to describe stuff, as well as new concepts and ideas that maybe didn't exist before. Yeah, but trendy slang is good. We should keep up to date with what these things are. It's good to archive the way that people are speaking. Trendy slang are words that people are using. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Wait, what is this? This is another Wikipedia article? Is a grammatically correct sentence, often represented as an example of how homonyms and homophones can be used to create. The sentence employs 3 distinct meanings of the word buffalo. The verb, buffalo, meaning to bully or harass, and a noun is the bison. So wait. Buffalo the city. So buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. So it's city, noun, verb, verb, city, noun. So buffalo, 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 Buffalo. I don't understand the second one. Yeah, this description on Wikipedia is incorrect. It is that buffalo, 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 buffalo. Buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. So wait, buffalo, 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 buffalo. I hate that that is correct. Ah. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I understood it now. God, that is so annoying reading this. Damn you, English language. And like, what would you rather? That we just have sentences that look like buffalo, 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 or that we just add new words that make sense? Also, one of my favorite websites in the world is Urban Dictionary. It's super useful for getting all sorts of great information about things that you might not know anything about due to, like, regionality of words. I need to go to the arcane shop to buy a spell. Yeah, to me, like, I am very happy that we have words like that. The fifth one is the one that means bully, yeah. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I gotta actually hydrate. Stupid buffalo. Well, who wrote this? Origin. Some guy in 1965. That's funny. Got transportation circles. Yeet circles would appreciate it. Start calling transportation circles yeet circles. That's funny. I don't use the word yeet for anything, but a buddy of mine is like so into yeet. He says it all the time. I just don't know how to use it well enough. I'm not learned. From Buffalo riding a buffalo? Absolutely. I don't think it was from a guy. It was from Dmitry Borgman's thing. I don't know who Dmitry Borgman is, but he's all about it. All about that buffalo. There we go. Okay. How do I inscribe spells again? Feats. Artificer feats. Inscribe. Artificer skull. There we go. Sweet. Now, most important thing, one, I now have access to... Wait. Oh, there it is. Aha. Oh, it goes on the neck. Why does it go on the neck? I really don't like that that goes on the neck. Okay, so I guess I have to do it by hand then. But this and this have to go here. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. This has to go here. There we go. Then I can manually put it on. Alright, I gotta use the washroom, so I'm gonna quickly play an ad. I will be right back. Eat and dabbing are interchangeable? Not necessarily. They're different. Just slightly different. Because you dab on the haters, but you don't yeet on the haters, dude. That doesn't make sense. It also just occurred to me that we have been streaming for 5 hours, and I haven't. I just gotta grab a snack real quick before I die. But I'll be back in like a minute. I'm just gonna grab a snack. Come to me. Acquire your presence. Do you guys know what time it is? Time to ascend our mortal plane of existence and to stand tall. Because I have oatmeal. Eating it and I'm enjoying it. And I was chatting with my roommate about music. It was fun. Because the Spotify top 10 list came out or whatever. And so it was neat to go over and examine what songs did I listen to this year and why. Kind of fun. You know, it's good to go over your music. Your personal taste. Thank you. I hate it. I would do something about it, but I'm way too lazy. Well, I'm not going to. Nutrient goo. It probably isn't even that good for you. Wait, is oatmeal bad for you? Hold on. I'm going to double check this. I'm going to Google it. Is oatmeal bad for you? Let's see. Oats are among the healthiest grain, but that's from Healthline. I don't trust Healthline. Okay. So it's definitely effective at reducing heart disease, reducing cholesterol. Good for people who have diabetes. Good for people who have stomach cancer. Ugh. Negative effects. Insufficient evidence for a whole bunch of stuff. Negative impact on the body. Apparently there's like no negative effects for eating oats. So it's probably fine. Recommended feats for Caster Druid. If you want to play as a Caster Druid, I would recommend making sure you take Quicken, Maximize, Empower, and Heighten. Some of the additive can be. Yeah. I'm eating some Quaker oatmeal. There's probably a lot of sugar in here. Sugar's good for you. I think. Yeah, actually, I eat a lot of oats because I drink oat milk in my coffee. Not right now. I'm currently drinking eggnog because you gotta have the nog. Packets or the big tub? The packets. It's more convenient to buy because you get like a 30 pack. And then I can count it out in my brain. And it's pre-portioned. I really like pre-portioned food. So you don't have to think about how much you have to eat or keep track of what you have to eat. You know, when it's pre-portioned, you just kind of eat. Which I very much like. Try the big tub and then throw some fruit in there. Why? What's the difference? Measuring cup? Yeah, but then I have to do some quantity of work. I just want to take as much work out of it as possible. Although I'm thinking about hard boiling some eggs. Eat some hard boiled eggs. We'll see. Yeah, I used to do that all the time. And it's not that my metabolism isn't good. It's that eating till you're full, or at least for me, eating till I am full, causes me to become tired and sluggish. Yeah, but I don't want to eat just oats. I like the flavorings on the packets. They're very tasty. Flavor is an important part of your diet. But yeah, I don't know. I think that Yeah, for the most part, a lot of the it's not even about like metabolism. Like I'm pretty lean, you know. I've lost a bunch of weight, which feels great. I feel good on the regular. I'm still in the process of continuing to lose weight. The next step is for me to exercise, which I'm working on. I don't really want to do. I've been doing some exercises when I wake up in the day, or wake up in the morning, which has been good. I just have to be consistent with that and continue to do it, and then continue to do it, and then continue to do it, and then not break from that habit. Then continue to do it. We'll see how that goes. But that would be the goal. Yeah, that's the thing. I just boil some water, tear open a packet, throw it in a bowl, put the water in, and I can go back to live stream. Or you're telling me I have to go measure it out, put it in the bowl, get the water boiling, get the fruit, chop up some fruit, take this chopped up fruit, put it in the thing, and come over here? No, that's like extra time. Was I chatting with my roommate? Yes. So did it take extra time anyway? Yes. Is that am I being hyperbolic here? Yes. Doesn't matter.
The overgrown
Oh, fuck. Oh.
cave in ancient ruins.
But yeah, for me, a lot of it's like the convenience factor, you know? I just want to have like a good experience with my food and not really think too much about it. Thinking about food is something I do find stressful for some reason. I'm trying to eliminate sources of stress so I can become more active during my day. I've been working on this for a while, so if something is easy enough, but then also not bad for me, that's kind of the goal. I want to be healthy, and I also want it to be easy. So by limiting my options, it's the best of both worlds, because it's easy, and I can be healthy. Come to me. Oh, this guy has no idea. Yeah, like I agree there's definitely a better way to do what I'm doing. But it's just I'm doing it this way because it's easy. And easy stuff is good. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, if you spend too much time thinking about, or like if like there's a reason why I don't really like going to the grocery store for the most part. I find going to the grocery store is a stressful part of my day. So when I only have like a certain number of things that I go to the grocery store for anymore. Like going to the grocery store and looking and trying to be like, what do I want to eat this week? I hate that. Because then I get to the store and I don't know what I want to eat. So then I spend too long in the store. Then I feel like I've spent too long in the store and I'm wasting time. And then I feel stressed that I'm wasting time. So I have to make a decision. And then I worry that I'm making the wrong decision. And it just is literally completely overwhelming and I can't do it. So instead, I say, I want these things at the store. I go to the store and I buy them ahead of time. And then if I see something I like, I don't think about it. I just go, I do obviously want this thing, so I will buy it. If there's like a new product or a new thing, or it's like I look at the bread and there's a different kind of bread, and it's like, oh, there's a different kind of bread. Well, I'll just buy the bread and not think about it. Yeah, pretty much everything I want. Well, it's not up at the front though, because you gotta get the breads and you gotta get the milk. I buy oat milk, so I gotta go to the non-regular dairy section, but then I also gotta go to the dairy section because sometimes you gotta get butter and sometimes you gotta get eggs and you gotta buy all this other stuff. Okay, so I don't have feather falling and I don't have move speed. This is gonna be a weird problem.
Hammerfist, the troll chieftain, squints at you through the gloom.
Woo! Made it. Die, Blizzard.
With a bellow of mindless rage, Hammerfist. The last Hammerfist troll
Got him.
has been slain.
And your dog across to trigger it. Does that work? I don't think that would work. Yeah, no, I just find grocery shopping is like unnecessarily stressful, and I don't know why. I just find it stressful. I think one of the reasons why I find grocery shopping stressful is because for the majority of the time that I've spent alive, especially like the past 10 years, I've been very, very frugal with my money because I worry about, or I've had a time in my adult life where I had no money. And having no money is a really scary feeling. It is the most stressful thing I've ever experienced because you don't know what you're going to do, especially if you're like, how are you going to make the next paycheck? And I don't wish that on anybody. It almost makes me like nervous just talking about it. I hated it. It was so not good. Because I don't mind eating frugally every day. It's never bothered me. But when I think I can't afford to buy food in any capacity, that stressed me out and it made me very, very nervous. So I've always just been living frugally for like the past 10-ish years or so. But I remember when I first moved out, I didn't have this problem because I had like job and whatever. And I used to actually enjoy shopping, but just the experience of like fully running out of cash and having no cash flow and having to rely on other sources, which is basically asking somebody to take a risk and lend me some money so I can get into a better scenario because I had no money left. That entire situation I found so horrifically stressful, I would never want to do that again.
The stink of trolls lingers in the air. Ruku was
It's like overwhelming.
You didn't kill them all the first time.
Have they changed wisdom to hit and damage on favorite soul with light crossbows? No. All you have to do if you want to get wisdom to hit and damage is have a higher wisdom and then also go into the inquisitive tree and take divine inquisition from here. Inquisition style. Yeah, sometimes life is hard. Sometimes life is very hard. You never know when, a hidden expense is going to crop up or something. And, yeah, it was not good. Yeah, so that's why, like, it's a problem I don't currently have, and it's a problem I haven't experienced in such a long time. But it has been just, it's like, I don't know, it's like a shadow that hangs over you the entire time. It's very difficult to escape that level of stress, I find.
This chamber stands open. You hear faint snarling
Okay,
from the
let's go.
darkness beyond.
Sweet. Made it. Screw you, Trap.
Quest completed.
In 30 months, I will have been subscribed longer than Stream Tom.
Welcome back to the stream team DPM5D. I hope you're having a good day. Is that true in 30 months? Have I only had the ability to have subscribers for 42 months? Is that real? I don't know.
You'll have to search for a way
So yeah,
to lower the
but welcome
darkness.
back. I appreciate the support.
Chasm is
That's
too wide.
12 months. A lot of people have been subscribed for 12 months, by the way, this month. Like, this is crazy. In the past week, a whole bunch of people have, like, resubbed for 12 months. And honestly, I'm so grateful for the support. I hope everybody's been having a good time and enjoying the content. I can't imagine. I hope it's good. But yeah, it's just, I'm very grateful. And no, oozes do not damage ferro crystal weapons. But yeah, so it's even difficult for me to just straight up talk about the experiences that I've had with, when you're lack of funds and stuff. I also struggle with asking people for help for pretty much anything. It's not that I like to do everything on my own. If I'm working on a project or I'm working with somebody, I have no problem working with people or being cooperative. But when I feel like I can't get something done, I'm very bad at asking for help. Which I've gotten better at over time. I have improved that, but that has taken a long time to fix.
Were carved into the wall here.
Yep.
Been scratched into the ledge of ability by troll claws. Lord Krog's former cave lies ahead.
Actually, I think that's less pride and it's more shame. You feel ashamed of the fact that you can't accomplish something that somebody else can do. I've never been very proud of the things that I do. I think it's more of an emphasis on shame. When you get taught to feel bad about not being successful at different things, then you feel bad when you're not successful, and so you don't want to share your lack of success with other people. You don't want to share your shame. Because shame is bad. Very unhealthy.
At last, the presence
I have no idea what's happening in my video game right now. Also, I have to put my goggles on, or my glasses on. I literally can't even look at the screen. All of a sudden, I don't know what it is. There we go. Now I can open my eyes. But I just couldn't even open my eyes. Really crazy. All of a sudden, standing up just changed everything. And now it's cool Stream Tom on the cool stream.
The sneer of hatred frozen on his face. Brother Kasul goes to his dark god.
Yeah, it's crazy how those things can happen. Yes, that's definitely a weird thing. Not a weird thing, but it definitely changed my life irreversibly. So I don't know. Maybe with like years of therapy, I'll be able to be comfortable going to the grocery store. But until then, I will not. Yeah, like I said, I have plans to go to an optometrist. Epic Hard got Epic Normal. Yeah, did you do the Druid's Deep Chain? Or the High Road Chain? Yes, both of those give Epic Normal rewards. It is straight up a bug. And it is also straight up what happens. That's just it. Oh, I got messages on the Discord. Oh, right. I didn't do this. I have to figure out... Hold on. No, okay. Throwing shade instead of throwing it. Yeah, dude. I wouldn't throw any shade towards anybody. We gotta work together, especially within like the live streaming community. Where am I going? I'm gonna reset my client. That's a good idea. Shades on? Yeah, I just I find that my eyes get tired eventually from staring at the screen. It's been happening more recently the past couple of days. I find I'll go like a week or so where it is like that, and then it just goes away. I don't know why. It might be due to my water drinking habits, I'm not sure. Nope. Come on, password. Go into the computer. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, grocery shopping is just one of those things I don't really love doing. Like, I spent probably almost 6 years straight where if I was to buy any quantity of food, I would check the dollar per gram value and then only buy things if the dollar per gram value was high enough. I remember actually having a conversation with my brother about this because he mentioned that he told me he bought like something, like some food dinner, and I was like, oh man, that's got, you know, that's more expensive than this other thing, and he's like, yeah, I don't count the amount of grams in the food before I buy it, and I was like, oh yeah, that is a thing that I do that maybe everybody doesn't do. Whoops. Yeah, gram per dollar. Yeah, that's what I meant. Nightlight mode on the Windows machine. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. No, I think it's because their room is kind of dark in comparison to the actual screen, so my eyes aren't taking in a lot of light from other places. Like this area of the room is pretty dark, and like the whole area, I just don't have enough light in here. I think if I do this, so I have more light in the room, and there's more light reflecting around. My eyes aren't focusing as much on some of the different light amounts. But then you have this bright beacon, horribly in frame. But even if I was to cover this up, that doesn't solve the problem. I need the light coming direction. So I don't have like an answer here. Well, I do have an answer. The answer is I just need essentially to get I'm going to get a light fixture that will go somewhere here, and then that way it will give me more light into my eyeballs. That's true. Maybe just going outside more may also solve my problem. So cool. You peel bananas at the store to save on weight? No. But no, I don't check my vitamin D. I don't have like a tool for that. Check the unit cost and annoys your wife. Yeah. Like I said, my goal and my dream, obviously when the world unfreezes, is to not worry about the price of the things that I buy at the grocery store, and to have a living where I'm comfortable to go eat at a restaurant once a week if I wanted. That's like where and I can do these things without any quantity of stress. That's it. That's the dream. That's all I want. Once I have that, life is done. I have everything I've ever wanted. We'll get there someday. To redeem codes? No, if you have a code, you redeem them in-game in the DDO store. So you open up the DDO store, and you go to redeem code, and you put the codes in here. Vitamin D supplements. I probably should get some vitamin D supplements. It's a really good idea. Saint Strimtom with that halo, that's funny. Saint Strimtom of coolness. Because I've got the halo and I'm very cool. Yeah. Was that the code for the week? Is there DDO Chronicle out?
The feel of this place has changed. The air is strangely cold now. And the scent of old decay has
in a forum post? Okay. That's cool. Okay, so these guys are basically immune to fire. Oh, so I can hit them with lightning instead. The week one sales percent. And we're also 35% off Sharn? Really? Where? What forum post? I gotta look this up. I didn't see any of this. Was this new? Like, is this today? I don't usually patrol the forums during the day. Go to DDO Unlimited. There it is. December mega deals, 48 minutes ago. 35% off Masterminds of Sharn, 50% off Dragonborn and Inquisitive, 75% off Giant Hold this week.
The chill flows out from behind the falls. So strong.
Daybreak acquisition plus the note from Verlin, executive game producer. Greetings, as our players have read, Enad Global 7 entered into an agreement to acquire 100% of the shares in Daybreak Games Company today. We're excited about EG7 and welcome them into our family. We're also excited to be part of such a great collaboration. We just want to let our players know that this will have no impact on the development of Dungeons & Dragons Online, The Lord of the Rings Online, and Operation for us as Sandstone Games. Our teams work hard, as always, to bring new and exciting things to our games in the months and years to come. We've been encouraged by your support this year, and we're hard at work planning 2021 and beyond. We'll have more forward-looking producer's letter in the new year, and that is where we'll talk about our next classic pack, new event, and a whole lot more. From everyone at the Sandstone Games, we wish you and yours well through this season of holidays around the world. Which makes sense. Yeah, so Sharn is on sale 35% off. That's kind of cool.
A grating whisper.
Yeah, DDO store deals as of an hour ago. So Rise Again, 20% off reincarnation items, healing items, spell point items, quest elixirs. I don't know what a quest elixir is. Is that experience points? Probably experience points. And the weekly coupon is a bell of opening for Open Bell. Ready to read what? The Daybreak acquisition thing? It's all in the forums. I got it from Twitter. Here's the Daybreak acquisition thing. And here, oh, the store sales was posted by Freak Show, so there you go. Yeah. Christmas sales.
Unholy light shines from the sarcophagi lining this corridor. Gulls are corruptible.
One more year? One more year for what? Like, have the sale again in another year, or what? They shut things? What, Dungeons and Dragons Online? Are you crazy? Of course the game's got more than 1 year. Bro, they made millions upon... They made like $7 million or something on this game last year. Why would they shut it down? That's insane.
The stone here is clawed and torn and smells of spices and rot.
Yeah, but it's not... They don't have a competing product. What are you talking about? Yes, Dungeons & Dragons Online made $7 million last year. They made a shitload of money. They have one of the highest, like, purchasing cost per player in, like, the world. Yeah, it was posted in the Discord. There's a whole press art thing about it. Hold on. Let me play the game and I'll find it for you. But no, they're not shutting the game down. They're doing the exact opposite. The reason they made the acquisition is because Lord of the Rings Online and Dungeons & Dragons Online make so much fucking money. It is the exact opposite of what you're thinking. Let me get you the link. It is the exact opposite. Just read this. It's a lot of jibbery-joo, but yeah. Yeah, the games are not going anywhere. In fact, they're going the complete opposite. Dungeons & Dragons Online and Lord of the Rings Online are positioned to continue into the future. In fact, Lord of the Rings Online is apparently getting positioned for a console release. You don't cancel games when you're planning to release them on console. Yeah. I literally can't be friends with people who are doomsayers. I can't. I've tried. I have to cut them out of my life. I don't like thinking everything sucks.
The whispering voice speaks again. Go back for every
I'm a fan of, like, not so much like I think it's important to look at things with a certain lens of cynicism and skepticism, or not cynicism, but a certain level of skepticism, and be skeptical of things to come, for sure. But I know so many people that are such fucking downers. It's like, shut up and stop talking to me. I just want to have fun, man. Oh man, it was like, there was a bunch of announcements. I remember I had a conversation with some people. There was a bunch of announcements that happened where they were talking, or it was at Gen, I think it was at Gen Con, and some of the SSG guys were there, and they were like offhand mentioning some of the things they would love to do, like maybe do like a server merge or something like that. And this was very much not them saying we are doing a server merge, but them being like, you know what, it would be cool if we had like a big mega server or whatever. And we were talking about a bunch of stuff, and I was in a Discord channel with a bunch of people, and everybody was like, oh, this sucks, it's gonna ruin the game, and it's gonna make everything worse. I'm like, number one, how's it gonna ruin the game? And number two, why is it that the even passing thought of something that would allow all of the players and stuff to play together is so negative that it was just like this barrage of, oh, fucking the game's gonna get ruined, they're destroying everything. It's like, holy shit. Calm down. No, not Jibo. It wasn't Jibo. He might have said that, but I wasn't Jibo. I know for a fact.
With a despairing shriek, old gray Garl dissolves like a pestilent vapor. The cold suffusing the air begins to fade.
Yeah, these games make bank. Jerry even talked about it. He's like, by the way, he's like, you know, our financials, we don't post them or whatever, but they are posted by this company. So if you want to go look at them, you are allowed to do that because whatever.
Into the rock behind this waterfall.
On console, DDO is not going to console. It's Lord of the Rings Online. I know. People love that. But yeah, Lord of the Rings Online is getting, they're doing a bunch of like back-end work to prepare. Basically, the idea is they want to have a console release. From what I read, it was they want to have a console release as well as basically fixing a lot of the major issues with the game, like the performance issues, before 2022 or before 2022, because that is when Amazon is going to release their $500 million Lord of the Rings TV show. And they want to capitalize on that investment. That's one of the large projects that they're working towards. Which makes sense. So fixing a lot of the back-end problems is a good idea. Also, it's important to note that fixing a lot of the problems in one of these games will invariably lead to the other, because they have similar enough engines that they probably have similar problems. Not exactly the same, but they both have the same kind of lag. Yeah, dude. They've been talking about it for years.
Since the pirates first claimed the cove, it now serves to separate.
It's going to be a TV show about the Second Age, so it's not a TV show about like the Lord of the Rings. It's more about a TV show about Middle Earth, more than anything else. But it's going to be like a Second Age TV show. Wrench. I have a wrench if I can help fix anything. Yeah, dude. Can you get you got to fix the carburetor. That's always the problem. Is people never have their carburetors working well. You always got to fix the carburetor. Amazon MMO. I believe Amazon wanted to make the MMO to capitalize with the show that they're releasing on Prime, but I don't think that they're gonna. As far as we know, that the project, the last announcement was that the project has been fully shelved, indefinitely. So we have no news about the possibility of the Amazon Lord of the Rings MMO. The TV show is definitely coming, but the MMO has been shelved. The boy style Lotro. I don't know if they could, or Lord of the Rings. I don't know if they would be able to make that. That'd be interesting though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of like a prelude, like 1,000 years in the past. Yeah. The Second Age is 1,000 years before the events of the Lord of the Rings. Because the events of the Lord of the Rings take place in the Third Age, and the Third Age begins with the fall of Sauron and Isildur taking the ring, and then promptly getting killed and losing the ring in the Anduin River.
You have found the first piece of the Idol of Hallow.
The boys. I know. I trust me. I am with you. I say Lotro when I mean Lord of the Rings all the time. I still haven't watched it yet. I watched the first episode and it was really interesting, and I want to continue to watch it. It was really funny. So, on the Lord of the Rings subreddit, there was somebody who posted an article that was talking about how the Lord of the Rings MMO is coming out, and these are the companies that are involved, and there's a big licensing agreement that's going on. And it was posted by somebody, and then there's a comment. The top comment was some upvoted comment that was like, "Oh wow, that's really cool. I can't wait to hear more about this project." Now the website is this ultra shady, very ad-riddled gamer news website, and it had basically no good information on it and nothing conclusive. And then it also linked a now known to be defunct, not defunct, but essentially a contract that was never signed and hasn't been put in about the delivery and release date of different things about a Lord of the Rings MMO. So the information in the article was wrong. And then also, I looked into it. I looked into both of these accounts on Reddit, and it turns out one account posts articles, and the other account goes on and has positive comments about those articles and argues with every single person about how the website is totally legitimate and not like a piece of garbage. So it's obviously just like one person who's doing it, and it's so funny. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do to be successful, I guess, but You could just write like a kind of good article and then post it. I feel like I would be less upset if the article was like at least kind of factual. But it was like there was no basis in fact. It made no sense. And then the worst part is they're like, oh man, if you want to get a Lord of the Rings MMO, I guess you'll just have to wait because there's no Lord of the Rings MMO because it's not out yet. Here's some, but you can play Lord of the Rings on PS2 if you want to play a Lord of the Rings game. And it's like, oh my god. And then they posted the Lord of the Rings online subreddit. So dumb. I think they banned that, both of the bot, like the guy and the commenter from the subreddit. I'm not sure. You should get banned, but yeah.
The ground, the idol's third piece, has been located.
Well, I would have done that if I was a moderator. Maybe I shouldn't be a moderator of those sorts of things. Like, if you write in fake shit and then use alt accounts to upvote your fake shit, then yeah, get banned. It's like the layers. The layers of decision making that goes on in these types of situations. It's never like they made one bad decision. It's you make one bad decision, which turns into two bad decisions, which turns into a series of bad decisions, and it's to the point where you can't come back. So there's no saving you. So it's see you later time. Yes, I am.
The idol of Halach's. The idol is nearly complete. Only
I am a
piece
moderator
left
of
to
the
find.
DDO Discord. That is correct. If you ever want me to ban you, I will. No questions asked. Just say StrimTom ban me, and then I will find your account and ban you. Why did I do that?
Lost heart collapses, cursing your ancestors.
For the most part, it's fine. I mean, the server's not too bad. There's just that there's a couple servers that are or not a couple servers. There's like some irritating things about being a moderator of a server, but for the most part, it's cool. You get to, you know, kind of represent the community, I guess. People ask me for help all the time, and I'm like, so I get messages on Discord, usually a lot of private messages being like, "Are you a moderator? Can you help me with this thing?" And I'm like, "Yes, I can." And then I don't help them because they ask me if I could help them, not if I will, which are very different things.
The idol of Halach's.
How do you get Jibo to do that service?
You have found
You just
the
if you just send him a private message, he'll just ban you.
Return to the pedestal.
Well, if that's what you wanted, I thought you were sending me a message to ban me.
Idol of Halach.
Yeah, it is half of Reddit. That's why I'm saying I would just ban that person. Because they're going to come back, but it just takes them a little bit longer. Idol of Halach's tail.
Again. Well done. The scoundrel's run is over.
Menta the Fleshmaker is a Mentos the Freshmaker joke, or you just read it as such? No, that's literally the joke, yes.
Since the pirates first
You found the
claimed
joke.
cove, it
And I love
now
that.
serves to separate
Did you cause them to
pirates
baby rage for a bit?
from peasants.
Absolutely. Yo, when they go, oh, fiddlesticks. I got banned again. My tricks aren't working anymore. I thought I was so clever. But alas, I was not. This isn't Dark Souls? It's not? Oh no. Someday I'm going to be like a professional streamer and I'm going to get one of those like one of those sound decks, and then I'll have like a button that I can press that goes dun dun dun. It's going to be great. The stream deck. Not today though. Cuz they're literally expensive. They're surprisingly so actually. Well, not like surprisingly, but like kind of surprisingly. I don't have a cat. I will get a cat cam when I own a cat. I don't own a cat. The cat doesn't like coming to see me. Well, she likes sitting in the hallway and staring at me, but that's about it. And I can't put a camera in the hallway because that's just rude. Can I ban you on the Discord? On the StreamTime Discord? Yes. Yes, I can. Emulator for Lego Universe. Some nostalgia goggles say that it's awesome. An emulator for Lego Universe? What do you mean an emulator? 6 consoles? Bunch of fucking wires. What are we talking about? I feel like there's 2 conversations going on. Oh, they're putting up a private server. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. There is currently a Asheron's Call server active if you want to go play on it. What the hell quest am I trying to do? I gotta open up a group so people can join me. Yes, Asheron's Call 1. It is pretty much fully up to date with everything that the original Asheron's Call had. And they're adding new features as well. They're basically like taking on development of the game, of this old game. Eventually it's going to be unrecognizable, but right now it's pretty much the same thing. How does Heightened Spell help me deal more damage? Do I get more dice? No, Heightened Spell... So, okay. The way that spell DCs are calculated, okay, is 10 plus the level of the spell, plus your intelligence or whatever your modifier is, so whatever your spellcasting modifier, plus any bonuses to that spell school. So, what that means is, if I cast a level 1 spell, like Burning Hands, the difficulty check, or the ability, the saving throw that the monster has to make, is 10 plus 1, because it's a first level spell, plus, if I'm a wizard, my intelligence, plus the evocation saving throws. If it's a 9th level spell, like Meteor Swarm, which is a 9th level spell, and it's down here under 9th, then it is 10 plus 9. So it has 8 higher DCs. The reason you take Heighten is Heighten makes your level 1 spells count or as their 9s, or 2s as 9s. It makes all your spells count as level 9s. Druid spells stop being effective past level 6. All the 7, 8, and 9 spells basically do no damage. So if you want to use something like Call Lightning, which is the level 3 spell, it will have 6 lower DCs than it would normally have if you had it heightened. A heightened Call Lightning counts as level 9 spell and gets plus 6 to the DC. I have an empty spell slot? Oh yeah, I do. I didn't even take 4th level spells. It's hilarious. I gotta put on Armor Speed. Because I'm actually going to cast this on myself because it gives me haste, basically. True or false for Asheron's Call? It's not official. It's literally illegal to both host and play on the server. So it is not, you don't have access to your old account. It's not like it's an old thing. It's literally against, well, I don't know if it's a crime. But actually, it might be a crime. I don't know. It depends on how they're doing it. It could be a crime. Yeah. Okay. So the area is just loading. That's it. Hold on. Our private server's crimes is making a private server of an old MMO a crime. Oh, the issue with running the software is less so that my understanding is that it's less so illegal to run the software because emulation is legal. However, to run a private server, you need to have a different form of the software. You can't just have the software that you download. You have to have the software of the actual server information, which in some cases is stolen or illegal software. Possibly. Emulation is fully legal, so you can emulate stuff. Emulating video games is legal, no matter what Nintendo wants you to think. It is fully legal to emulate video games. It is fully legal. So, for example, if you have like Dolphin and you emulate video games, that's legal. Acquisition of ROMs is not legal in a lot of cases, because you have to use their own ROM dump. And in the United States, it's both legal and illegal, depending on the court case in which you read. However, but it is a technically it's not a violation of copyright. However, you have to be very careful, because if it all depends on where the software came from. If the people that created the server reverse engineered the server software itself and then went from there and created it, then that is legal. And there's nothing that you can do to take it down. However, if you
water drips on you from the moss hanging above.
so if it assuming that the people actually reverse engineered the program, then everything is copacetic. I don't know the details. What do we do with those festival coins? You wait. We can't do anything with the coins right now. Yeah. So, for example, another thing is also somebody would need to be aware of it, and also both have legal standing that it actually, because you need to legally support that something would be infringing on profit. That's why a lot of things that are free, because they don't pay for it, right? So that's why a lot of things that are free can't really get taken down, because you have to prove that it is actually causing you some issue that exists. So, for example, Blizzard can make some type of argument and say, well, this is competing with our actual product, World of Warcraft, and so therefore this needs to get taken down because it is taking away our business from our product that we sell. However, no one is currently selling that private server. An old dead game is competing with nobody. Yeah, you give them to the Festival Jester. Sorry, when the Jester shows up. I didn't answer the question. The Festival Jester is supposed to show up sometime next week. So, sorry, it is not a crime if you decide to log in and play on it. It would only apply to the people who are on it. It is possible that a company could threaten you with a crime. They can say, oh, they can maybe either get access to, legally or illegally, the server listing, get access to people's emails and things, and send you an email that says, we will definitely sue you if you are still using this platform, although they can't legally do that. It is all literally just them saying some stuff to scare you. Every chest in the entire game drops them. All of them. Except for chests that are, like, not loot chests. Non-loot chests don't drop them. Yeah, they can threaten to do stuff, but they can't do it. So, like, Blizzard literally, or like, if you decided to play on a WoW private server, Blizzard will never and can never actually sue you as a user, but they can tell you that they will, because there's no law against telling you that they will, but they won't actually do that. Exactly. You just, if you sign up on a server, you don't know where that information is going. But you're right. As long as it's not for profit, then it isn't necessarily a crime, but that does not mean it is not a crime or against the law. However, emulation, again, as I said, is not illegal, because reverse engineering like a bit of code is like essential for a lot of people to learn coding. There's legal precedent that emulating old products and old hardware, or software and hardware, is a good way for people who are designing these things to learn and understand. Because you don't get like a design school about how people, like there's no design school about how people in the Nintendo era were extremely efficient with some of their coding and stuff back in the day. That might be a class that somewhere is taught, but you might not always have access to it. But you, as somebody who wants to design a video game, might want to actually take a look at an older game design and be like, oh wow, this game runs so smoothly and it has all these computations, I wonder why it can do that and how it is even capable of doing that. And reverse engineering something, taking it apart and putting it back together, is a great way to do it. It's like if you talk to an engineer or somebody who like is sort of like a pseudo inventor and construction person, or constructive person, they'll tell you the best way to learn stuff, like if you want to learn how to engineer and build things, is not to be in school. Like, you should learn the schooling, but also go engineer something, go build something. Go take an object that you know what it is, take it apart, see what makes it, and put it back together. Right? That's how you learn how the construction of things work in the real world, and you get better at stuff. So emulation is completely legal, unless you're dealing with Nintendo, because they will try to sue you anyway. Even if they can't win, they will still take you to court, which is hilarious. Nintendo is like this cartoonishly evil company. I say cartoonishly evil because they seem so nice on the outside, and they're like, yeah, look, they have like Mario and all these nice games. But like, don't you dare play friggin' Hyrule Warriors because it's available in your country, or else they're gonna get you banned on Twitch, which is the funniest thing. Where Nintendo was like EMCA claiming a whole bunch of streamers who were streaming Hyrule Warriors because they lived in New Zealand and the game came out in their region. And they're like, but it's not coming out till tomorrow, so they can't live stream it because it's not coming out in North America. Yeah, the Nintendo's goofy. So if you wanted to go play on that server, you literally can. It's very easy to do. If you just do one cursory Google search, you can find the Asheron's Call private server. It takes no seconds. It's just, emulation's very weird. And so it's a strange gray area, which it just shouldn't be a gray area.
A pipe waits at the end of this hall, presumably descending further into the depth. As you emerge from the pipe...
And even still, it's not even certain that a company would be able to take down a server like that. Because then basically the argument would be, well, you know, if you're not providing a service, then somebody else is going to provide the service. The only thing is they don't have, like, the legal copyrights to make the money. But if the server isn't making money, then they pretty much can't legally ask them to take it down either, which is really funny. Because there'd be no standing. It'd be like, well, you aren't providing the service, and they are providing a thing, and they're also not making any money. So your options are either to get them to take it down because you will provide it for yourself, or you are not providing it, therefore you cannot take it down. It's obviously much more complicated than that, but it's kind of neat. I don't know, MMO-style games are a very weird category, because, like, private servers of older versions of MMOs and older patches are really, really interesting. And I find them very interesting. Because if I wanted to play Mario 1, welcome, right? In Nintendo's world, I can only play the version of Mario 1 that is the most up-to-date. So let's just say that they remade Mario 1 on Game Boy Advanced. Then the Nintendo Entertainment System one, the original Game Boy version of Mario 1, the Super Nintendo version on Super Mario All-Stars, and the original Mario 1 are all unavailable. You can only play the one that came out on the Game Boy Advanced. All the other ones are unavailable in Nintendo's world. That's how they would want to have it. And I find that very, very neat. But what if you just want to play Mario 1? Well, if you happen to own Mario 1 on your Nintendo Entertainment System, you can just plop it in there and go beat up Bowser, get to all the different levels, find the things that let you go over the top of the map and the secret pipes and the codes and getting all the coins. Hell yeah. So that would be good. What are the trivial sources? Trivial? As in they're low? Trivial sources. I mean, pretty much any item that doesn't have it would be a trivial source, because it wouldn't really provide you with value. I would say if you want to get, like, good conjuration items, the Summoner's Spectacles, or whatever they're called, from Ravenloft are pretty good, because they give you conjuration and Sifle conjuration, I believe. And it's a really good start. It's amazing for leveling. Outside of that, conjuration items? I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of good conjuration items. Yeah, I got a Contome. Oh yeah, Wild Frost. Because it's conjuration and evocation? Yeah, no. I like it. It's something that I've thought about. I really, because there's that part of me that's like, I want to go play on that, like, Asheron's Call server, but I kind of don't want to do that. Because what do you do if, you know, if Standing Stone Games is still the copyright holder of the product and they're not running it, then and maybe they have like a secret team in the back that's making a 2, then it's, or like an Asheron's Call 3 or something, or they're going to do a re-release, and then it actually hurts the initial sales. I don't know. Maybe it would have the opposite impact, because people would see me doing it. I don't know. It's a weird question. I want to figure that out. Oh, it's Wild Flame is Evocation and Frost is Conjuration, which is weird, because there's like no cold Conjuration spells. I guess Ice Flowers is Conjuration? Well, the only sources of DCs in the game are Enhancement, Insightful, Quality, Profane, and Sacred. So, and Artifact. That's it. You're kind of limited. Ice Storm doesn't have a save. And yeah, an Ice Alchemist, you're correct. Sickle is also a... Oh, fuck me. That's such a bad trip. Oh, that was a bad trip. Oh, guy like lasered me from across the map. Nope. Yeah, improved two-handed fighting. But yeah, you're kind of like pretty much limited by the sources that you already have. So it's like, you know, you wear an enhancement item. I'm pretty sure the Summoner Spectacles are enhancement and insightful. And then you get quality DCs from like the Spinneret or something. And then you get profane DCs from the, can't get up this hill. Oh! You get profane DCs from, welcome. The Shattered Onyx. And you get artifact DCs from the any like set bonus, so like the fall set or one of the other DC sets from Sharn, and then you get a sacred bonus from either there's the set of gloves, the Glory Bound gloves, I think, Gloryborn Seeker gloves or something, and then there's also the set or there's another sacred, I think it's a helmet that gives like sacred DCs. I think those are all the sacred DC options. That's it. And then also whatever you get from your actual enhancement tree, plus whatever bonuses you can get from like filigree sets. Arg, is that the best you can do? Yes. It's pretty good. There's a spell DC that will stack with spell ability DCs for offensive DCs. No, there's nothing hidden. Yeah, there's filigree sets. You can also get +2 DCs from an augment, because an augment is an augmented set. It's a different thing. Am I gonna die here because I fucking can't get up? No, I'm not gonna die here. They can't get up. I'm gonna stay alive here. Woo! Oh, I'm like, why am I not shooting? Because I'm not shooting! That's why I'm not shooting. Woo! Yeah, the +2 DC you can get from augments is stacking. Why are Fate Twisted chests so rare? Because they're rare. They're supposed to be. Violins. Because they were like meant to be like a surprise, I guess. And a lot of people were surprised when they first popped out. People were like, whoa, what the heck is this? How do I get me one of these? Yeah, and then like I said, your enhancement tree, Reaper points. I don't think that these are like really secrets. Like, yes, the thing that says +1 to spell DCs obviously adds to your DCs. Not really a secret. Like a, I guess it's like a, you know, one of the known secrets. What do they call this? A well-known secret?
Several broken barrels lay scattered here.
Yeah, a lot of people will do the adventure area, and then when they find one, they just like call out in chat, and they're like, "Hey guys, who wants to get a Fey twisted chest?"
Descend into a still cavern, smelling of steam. Mushrooms line the
Did I not buff myself? No, I didn't. I need resistances? I don't know. What resist acid? I don't know if I need that for the spider. Oh shit, rust monsters. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Screw you, rust monsters. Gotcha.
The troll tracks end at a pool of tepid, murky water. You can only reason that the trolls swam from this point. Brackish water runs off your face, the stench permeating your clothes.
Yep. It's a good way to do it, honestly. Have it so everybody's getting like the type of items that they want. I think it's honestly a good thing. Share the wealth, man. Share the wealth. I just wish I could heal a little bit faster. This is pretty much my only gripe with this character. They have so much health. Wish I could get it back. The answer is spend less points in the Reaper tree, and then I have less health.
Collected 8 cylinders hidden by
That would definitely work.
You must now use
It would definitely make it so I'm a little bit more, or a little bit less health. Gotcha.
rust monsters huddled ahead appear to be the trolls.
I keep forgetting to cast
Likely that you can find a way out. Mushrooms
the haste
have grown
boost.
large and thick enough along the walls
The quickened armor, or whatever it's called. What is this?
to the lower level.
Armor speed. Armor speed is awesome because it gives you all the effects of haste except for the movement speed, but 15% attack speed is no joke. I mean, this is nice. I attack so much faster. And then plus I'll have haste boost soon and I'll be able to do that. This character might end up playing in Legendary Dreadnought, but I'm honestly not sure. I don't know. The thing is, Fatesinger gives like almost 100 spell power, and that's kind of nice for all your rune arm uses. But oddly enough, Legendary Dreadnought gives improved rune arm DCs, which like, whoa, that's kind of cool. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. I just did that. Alright, let's go. One of these. I'm gonna do all the traps. Because it's XP. This is where you want to have the points so you can get the auto detection of traps.
The ruins, overgrown by the jungle, features a set of stairs.
Pretty strange. It doesn't sound strange. That sounds very appropriate. Necromancy is death effect. It's about death. Also, so does evocation and conjuration. There's insta-kills for all of those. Also, lots of monsters are immune to instant death effects, like red names and anything with Death Ward, and all orange names in Epic Elite or higher, which is also important. And Reapers. There's a whole bunch of monsters that are immune to death effects. Like, if you go into Epic Elite, if a monster is an orange name, you cannot instant kill it. It doesn't work. If you go into, like I said, Reapers, any champions that have Death Ward, Constructs, Undead, all that stuff. And then, as I said, Evocation also gets death effects, which is stuff like Implosion from Cleric and Favorite Soul are also death effects. Except they're AoE, and they're really good. And then you also have instant death effects like Trap the Soul, which is a conjuration spell, which is kind of neat.
It sounds like House Thorani is busily excavating the ruins. The ramp continues to a landing before turning sharply and passing.
Nope, we won't actually.
Trolls are evident everywhere as you descend.
Removing instant kill protection would make no sense. It would be contrary. In fact, we've only got more and more monsters that become more and more immune. Reapers are the last monster that got added to the game is like a brand new type, I guess, sort of thing, like a category outside of just being a monster because they're special to a specific difficulty setting, and they are immune to death effects. There was a time where they weren't immune to death effects because you could use falconry to get them anyway, and that was fixed, and they're immune to death effects.
Twin Horn runs a thickly calloused hand along
Also,
the
Death Ward has been in the game since the game started, so I very, very much, and so I have instant kills because you had Slay Living on Cleric, which is the first one. Also, I am getting murdered, and I don't know by what. That's the one. That's the Demon Soul right there. The Soul of Ice is also causing me problems, but I'll sort that out later. Okay. Twin Horn, die. Die, Twin Horn. Woo!
You have slain a member of the mercenary company hired by...
Your eyes sting as you pour the gray powder into the Thorani supply crates. Your eyes sting as you pour the gray powder
When was
into
that?
the Thorani supply
Can you
crates.
tell me when that was? When was taking immunities off monsters considered sacrilegious? Can you give me an example? Or like even like a general example. I don't need like a time and date. I'm pretty sure since the dawn of DDO, people have wanted ways to strip immunities off of monsters. One of the original monsters that caused a lot of problems for people with immunities is Blackbone Skeletons, because Firewall was one of the best spells for dealing with undead creatures, since Firewall naturally does double damage to undead. However, Blackbones are fully immune to fire. That's why all of the endgame quests in the original release of the game happen to contain Blackbone Skeletons. Why? Because Blackbone Skeletons were harder to deal with. That's why Stormcleave Outpost, which used to be a big epic quest, all the undead were Blackbones. And why you see Blackbone Skeletons popping up later in the game between levels 6 and 10. Iron Golems, lots of different monsters. So, it's something that's always been wanted into the game. However, there's been like a reasonably measured, not measured, but there's been different approaches to penetration that's happened recently. The worst way to do it is the Sorcerer way. The Sorcerer way is you always bypass all the time. That's the worst way to do it, in my opinion. I really hate that that's a thing that's in the game. The game would be a lot more fun if it was more dynamic. The way that I like that it gets done is on Alchemist. And now you might say, but isn't it exactly the same? You're right, it is. I'm not talking about Bombardier, which is the exact wrong way to do it. I'm talking about the Vile Chemist. Bombardier bypasses all elemental immunities, just like Sorcerer does, except it starts at level 12 and not 20. How horrific. Even worse balance. However, Vile Chemist does not have this problem, because Vile Chemist is very cool in that it, instead of bypassing all immunities all the time, it has two spells, two poison sprays, Poison Spray and Greater Poison Spray, or whatever it's called. Welcome. Both of which bypass immunity on the monsters, and then also Contaminated Strike, which apply poison bypass to the monster. These are much better, because it's not all of your spells, it is specific spells. You have a couple of spells in your entire list, and when you cast those spells, you are now able to bypass and hit the monsters. I think that's a great way of doing it. I would love it if Artificers had some way to bypass lightning immunity, but do I want every Artificer spell to bypass lightning immunity? No, because what happens is if you have every lightning spell bypassing immunity, then there's no really decision making. You just ask yourself, why is there immunity on monsters at all if all of it can be bypassed? That seems silly. And I agree, that does seem silly. Instead, you take a spell like Lightning Motes. What does Lightning Motes do? Enemies hit by the cloud... Hold on. This creates a nebulous cloud of electric motes that damages enemies that enter it. Any creatures that are hit by the cloud take a bunch of damage. They must make a reflex save for half. Blah, blah, blah. Enemies hit by the cloud are also made temporarily more vulnerable to electric damage, taking 1.15 times damage from electric-based attacks. So what this means is, there's an ability in the game that makes it so when you cast a spell at a monster, it also makes them more vulnerable to electric damage. Just make it so when you cast lightning motes, monsters that get hit by lightning motes lose their lightning immunity. Because then, now, it's not every spell. If I encounter that type of monster, I have to be casting the spell lightning motes. I have to be making that decision to do that. You have to be working in a different spell. You have to be changing up your play pattern. You might not always cast lightning motes in every single pack, but now you want to cast this spell. That is much better. Exactly. Vile Chemist has to use a specific wave of poison spell that is a very short range, or they can use a special attack spell that only does it on one person. It's not you just remove immunity all the time, it's there are conditions and scenarios where you can remove immunity and it can be very powerful. Versus Sorcerer / Bombardier Alchemist / Druid, which is just all the spells always remove it. Sure, absolutely. But sorcerers can just take a separate spell type. The bypass should not apply to all spells. Just make it so that in the 4th core, so just take the 4th core, this one, of each of the sorcerer trees, and make one called like Fire Wave, and then you have Chained Bolt, and you have Freeze Flash, and Corrosive Downpour or something, and all of these individual spells that you cast remove the immunity from monsters. And it's just one spell that each of them gets to pick up. And so instead of it's like you just literally cast one Meteor Swarm, the first meteor strips the fire immunity, and the rest that hit also deal all the damage. Instead, you have a specific spell you use. You have a way to bypass it. The Awaken Elemental Weakness, which sounds like that's what it should do, is really, really clunky and not fun. So it should just make sure it's not clunky. You didn't take a Second School of Magic. You played Ice Sork and you used Static Shock, Static Surge. What was that spell called? Static Field? Static Field. That's what that spell was called. Yeah, or Party with a Conviction Paladin. That's another one. And yeah, you just take Static Field, and then if you encounter a pack of monsters that's immune and it's the one you want to fight, then just reset the instance. Call it a day. Let's do Delirious Part 2 and 3. Yes, exactly. Party with a Conviction Paladin. Play with this very particular character class. To be fair, Conviction Paladin was the best. Because you could run Conviction and, what was that other spell? The Paladin one that did all the elemental damage? It wasn't the best spell, but it was very fun. Trying to remember. Estate. We're going to the missing party. Yeah, what was that Paladin spell? Diablo to Paladin. It wasn't Zeal. Was it Zeal? Might have been Zeal. Holy Shock. The sword. Vengeance? Oh, it might have been Vengeance. Cool, cool. It tells me to go to the new wiki, but I can't go to the new wiki because it won't do anything. Yes, it was Vengeance. Yeah. Adds elemental, fire, lightning, and cold damage to all attacks. Vengeance. Yeah. Vengeance plus Conviction. And then you would just play with some other people. Oh man, at level 20 that costs 8.7 mana? Oh god, that's so much mana. That's a lot of mana, dude.
hear the
No, it's not weird. That is perfectly acceptable.
clattering
Sorry, I was not paying attention to what I was actually doing. But no, it is not weird to watch the stream and then also be playing in the group. Don't you want to know if I'm talking mad shit? Don't you want to find out if I'm like, this guy sucks? I don't do that. But what if I did? And I was like, this guy sucks. I hope they're watching so I can tell them that. Could you imagine? That would be weird.
You notice a rusty lever behind it.
It's just an awkward conversation. I don't want to have that type of conversation. I'm very non-confrontational. Festival gives a bunch of cookies. Yeah, it's just a bunch of shit. So you don't have to participate in Festival. However, the cookies can be fun because you can get all sorts of cool little miniature spells. You can get the cakes of the sky give you jump, which is awesome. There's like a bunch of just really not important but cool niche things, which is fun. And there's also a couple cookies which are busted and should get changed. What? Oh, right, because I was saying, yeah, this guy sucks. Whoa. Take that. Ha. Got him. Besides, everybody knows I suck. I stream it so people can know. Uh-oh. Healing. Oh, I should be healing. I'm not doing that to me. There we go. Buy a bunch of lumps of coal. Yeah, if I can make 100,000 lumps of coal, then maybe. I don't want to do it, though. Rick, when you stream till on 4 Israel time. Yeah, I don't know what Israel time is. Like, I don't know how many minutes or hours away that is. I guess it's not really in minutes. I guess it's technically in minutes, but that would be a useless conversion because I can't figure that out on my own. I need a grown-up. But that being said, yeah. My plan is to stream for another 1 hour and 45 minutes. No, I'm out of water again. Always out of water. Let's do all the options. I need somebody to hit the button. No one's hitting the button. Therefore, I have to not do the optionals. I guess we're not doing the optionals. At least I'll do the breakables because I can, because it's very easy. Oh, that guy's a quarterstaff. Nice. This felt more if you could shove those cookies into a collectibles bank. You can shove them into a cookie jar. It's a store item you can buy. I have a cookie jar. It's very full. And I need more cookies for my cookie jar. Oh, it's 23:15. The old 23:15. That's late. It's like nighttime. It's not even close to that amount of time here. So what is that? 7 hours in the future? Nice. 7-hour difference. Why am I floating? Okay, I am stuck, which is very funny. I am stuck. Wait. Yeah, my LFM went down. That's weird, because it's my LFM. Missing party. There it is. Is that 23:19? Not right now. On a school trip. That's exciting. You had to go somewhere and do something cool. Go on an adventure. Maybe you can make a lot of new friends and experiences. Maybe you can see a bear. I don't know what kids do in school nowadays. How am I supposed to know? What did I do when I was in school? Actually, I can't imagine people going on school trips now because of the coronavirus. I would keep kids away from each other and also away from the general public. That sounds like a good idea. You get the reference at reference 2319? No. I'm sorry. I don't know, that could be a school trip. Hey kids, we're gonna go see a bear today. Yay! And they get all excited. You need to go to like some wildlife preserve or whatever. I know what kids do. They see bears in nature with their schools. What did we do on field trips? I don't know. I didn't get to go on a lot of field trips when I was a kid. I got told I'm not allowed to go because I was a bad kid. Which was both true and it wasn't good. Damage. What do we do? Ski trips? Did we go on a lot of field trips? Not really. Went on a band trip once. That's right, I was in the school band. I bet you could never tell. Don't have bears? No, there's bears everywhere. I'm sure there's bears there. Any thoughts on Diablo 4 or Path of Exile 2? Yeah, so Diablo 4 is probably... I don't know what Blizzard is thinking. What they should do is lean into the casual audience of Diablo 3 that they made, because I don't trust Blizzard to make a good Diablo game again. I don't. They're not going to make Diablo 2. They're done. They moved past that. No more Diablo 2. It's never going to happen. What I expect them to do is I expect them to finish Diablo 4 and make it a successful couch co-op game on the newer generation of consoles. That's what I expect them to do. I expect them to make a good couch co-op game like Diablo 3. I expect them to have really good sales on it because it's got Diablo in the name, and they're going to sell a bunch of copies. And then, if they ever decided they wanted to compete with Path of Exile, they would do Diablo 2 Remaster, and then add new features to Diablo 2 Remaster. There's no reason for them to not to make a new game. They should just keep Diablo 2 and do a remaster. Yeah, there are pandas at the zoo. Also, I get that joke. That was fun. Path of Exile 2. But with Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile 2 is coming from the guys that make Path of Exile. They make good games. So Path of Exile 2 is probably going to be a good game. So I'm definitely looking forward to Path of Exile 2. And I'm going to play the hell out of it. I've already mentioned that I'm going to be playing the Delve League December 11th, which is next Friday, not this Friday. We'll be starting Delve League, and I'm probably going to be doing Delve League for like 4 or 5 days straight. Unless I somehow get bored of it, but I don't think I will. Because I've wanted to do Delve League for so long. And my favorite Path of Exile challenge event that they did was Endless Ledge. Can't wait for more of that.
You have recovered Jail's journal, which describes the last moment.
Well, they're adding 10 new acts that are a separate game from the original, and they're also revamping all of the main systems. So it's basically a huge expansion that adds an entire second storyline to it. So it's not entirely just a new thing. Pandas are fake bears? No, they're real bears. Yeah. All the main systems. It's really crazy. If you don't know what I mean by that, if you don't have experience with Path of Exile, I can't explain to you the differences. But if you do have experience with Path of Exile, they're changing up the entire gem system, so there's no longer going to be 6 links. They're changing up how pretty much every skill works and interacts with the main character, a lot of the different item affixes. They're changing up... They're adding 19 new classes. It's going to be crazy. See you, Aaron. Sleep well. Okay. I gotta do the weather. I have an entirely new passive skill tree. Yes, but no. Yes, you will if you play Path of Exile 2. Path of Exile 1 will not. Hey, river. West territories. Hey, I got this. We interrupt this broadcast and bring you the weather. Howdy, it's me, Strimtom from the Northwest Territories, and I'm here to tell you about the weather we have up here. Now, you might think Northwest Territories, isn't that all the way up north? Isn't that the most northernest place you'd have ever north? It's got to be cold. There's got to be lots of rain and snow and just ice everywhere. Lots of cold. Turns out, no, up here, it is actually 9 degrees Canadian. That's right, nice, warm 9 degrees. Also with a 32-kilometer-per-hour wind from the west, it's all that warm, high-pressure regions that are pushing that air straight up through the north, so it's nice and warm here. Of course, it's going to cool down overnight, going down to -5, and as we move in towards the actual winter season, we're going to get a lot of cooler temperatures coming up soon. However, not until we have this warm weather that we have right now. So enjoy it for the next couple of days, because it's going to be going to -20 very, very, very shortly. That being said, that is all I have for you from Hay River. So the next time you're in the Northwest Territories, don't forget, it's really cold most of the time. Thank you. Back to you. I wanted to get that smoother. There's not enough delay on the transition. Yeah, the idea is that all of the classes in Path of Exile 2, so the way that it's supposed to work is that Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2 meet once they both finish Act 10. So Path of Exile 1 has a different Act 10 than Path of Exile 2, so they both have completely different stories all the way through 10, but the end point of Act 10 in Path of Exile 1 and the end point in Act 10 of Path of Exile 2 will both dump you into essentially your hideout, and then from your hideout, you can interact with the players from Path of Exile 2 and do the same maps. The mapping system isn't really going to be changing. Well, they're changing the system. They just haven't released how they're going to do that. But if you have a Path of Exile 2 character, you can play. But there's going to essentially be a pseudo witch equivalent that will have a bunch of similar powers. Welcome. We are inside of Free Delira. No, you're not listening. Listen, I said they're revamping the whole system. The whole game and all of its systems, entirety, left, right, and center, Path of Exile 1, Path of Exile 2, they're going to play with the same core systems. Okay? But if you're playing as a Path of Exile 2 character, they said you're supposed to have a different tree and different ascendancies. So the Path of Exile 1 witch can be an elementalist or a necromancer or an occultist, and the Path of Exile 2 witch would be a, whatever the three ascendancies are. But overall, the whole game system overhaul is going to fit both game systems. Because it's still basically just one game. They're just doubling the size of the video game. That's the whole point. Now, I think they did say that you will not be able to play a Path of Exile 1 character through the Path of Exile 2 story. So if you want to experience the Path of Exile 2 story, you do have to play Path of Exile 2 characters. Which means if people like Path of Exile 2's leveling experience better, then you can't just play Path of Exile 1. But yeah. I don't know. I never really cared too much about that. Diablo 2 did it, and it was fine. Is it going to be free to play? Yes, Path of Exile is free to play. The entire game is free to play. If you want to do anything in Path of Exile, you can. It doesn't cost any money. Path of Exile is very free to play. But we don't have any news about that. Any news about any of that other stuff. Delve is just was one of the leagues in Path of Exile. It's just, instead of like actually playing through the game, it's a map system with, just Google it. I'm not going to explain it. It's basically you delve through a deep mine. And the limit is you can't delve unless you have Sulfite, which is a currency, and you have to play Path of Exile to get Sulfite. And then this league is you can't leave the mine, and you have infinite Sulfite, so you can only delve. And I've wanted to do that because it's my favorite league that they've had so far. Yep, that's pretty much it. The game is fully free, but premium tabs are really nice. So buying a currency tab and like 5 premium tabs, and you're set. And they go on sale all the time. It was an interview with Chris Wilson. He was talking about how there were a bunch of people who wanted them to give away more free tabs, and how like players should have a free premium tab. And Chris was like, he's like, well, listen. He's like, the problem is if we give out another tab, it's like there are a lot of people out there that instead of buying any tabs because they want to play free to play, instead of buying a tab, they will make a second account or a third account or a fourth account, and they will use those accounts for inventory space. He's like, so if we give everyone a premium tab, people won't be incentivized to buy a premium tab. They'll just make new accounts and have more premium tabs on new accounts if they want to sell stuff or do stuff. He's like, and also, if you're at the point where you're engaging with the Path of Exile economy and you're buying and selling things, you're likely at the point where you're like 10 to 15 hours in the game. And if you're a serious player and you want to, you know, do all the maps and grind out everything, then you're probably going to spend 50 to 100 hours in the game. He's like, we don't think that it's unreasonable to ask our players, hey, you've spent 100 hours playing our game, please give us like $5 and then keep playing our game. But the game itself is pretty much, like, all of the content is free. It's just organizing your stuff can get annoying without the very convenient organizers that they sell for you. You can definitely do it fully free to play, but I have a currency tab and it's the best. The worst part is when your currency tab gets full. I have to liquidate assets on standard. Because my currency tab is full on standard. I have to liquidate stuff into Exalted Orbs. Stupid Chaos Orbs. Because I expected all the other stuff to get stuck, but then when I realized, I was like, oh wait, I'm full on Chaos Orbs? I was like, oh shit. Liquidate. Into the right special tabs. They literally did that. Yeah. I believe that is it's either in the game now or it is the next update that they're going to be doing. In the game. Where you can set a tab as the default tab for a certain type of currency. So then when you get like, you know, the Adziri shards or maps, you don't have to click the map tab. You just right click on the map when the stash is open and it automatically switches to the tab and puts the map in. Oh, it's already in the game? Yeah, so there you go. What else do we do? The pit next. I'm gonna do the pit DDO. The pit DDO. I'm gonna... Pit DDO. I need my dog for this. Do I need feather falling? Nah, feather falling's for suckers. I'm not a sucker. Maybe. This is why I level up jump. Glorious for farming simulacrums? Yeah. I wanted to get more invested into Heist League, I just didn't really have the time. That's why I want to do Delve League. I believe Mayhem is this Friday. I believe Mayhem is Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, or 3 p.m. Eastern Time? I can't remember which. So we'll probably stream Mayhem on Saturday or Sunday. Because I want to try it. I have no intention of going like hardcore into Mayhem League, or into the Mayhem event. but I want to try it. A bunch of people already started complaining where they're like, but it's going to be no fun because you're not going to be able to farm the what do you call it? What are those breaches? They'll be like, you're not going to be able to farm breaches efficiently. Because if you try to farm the breaches, then there's so many, you can only activate one breach at a time, which is a limitation and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, but it's also really cool. Because then you get to do 10 breaches in a row. Don't you like doing breaches? Breaches are fun. Or a map with 20 exiles on it. How cool is that going to be? I can't wait to do a map with 20 exiles. I can't wait to have just load into the mud flats and there's 20 exiles in the mud flats. Come on. You telling me you don't want to do that? That sounds hilarious. Because not only can you get all sorts of awesome and cool items from all of the hundreds of monsters that you get to fight, but you also get to, I don't know, have fun. It's sort of like how, what was that game in League of Legends? There's like Earth or something, Ultra Rapid Fire, and then it was like an April Fool's joke, and it was really funny. And I enjoyed playing it for a little bit because it was a cool departure, and it was really neat to just try out all the different heroes and to be like, oh, this hero is kind of cool, and oh, look what you can do on this guy or whatever. And then all of a sudden, you'd have like a whole bunch of people who are sitting there and they're like, no, but this is the best hero and this is how you do it, and they mathematically come up with the best way to play, and then they only play that, and every time they join the queue, they only play that one single hero because it's like the best one. And then everyone gets tired of it because everyone's playing just the best hero because they want to win in a game that has no rewards. And it's like, oh, geez. Like, oh, but I'm tired of this game mode. It's no fun. It's like, yeah, you know fun because you grind the fun out of it. Turn the thing on and have fun for like a week, which is what it's supposed to be for, and then turn it off. People on the internet are very, very good at taking all of the fun out of the activities that they enjoy. I know, I'm one of those people. Ryu! Piece of crap! Gotcha. Yeah. Get here, you dribless garbage. Also, I gotta cast Fire Resist. Good idea. But I think of it as kind of like the same thing. Like, don't kill your own fun of the new league before the new league even starts. You know what I mean? Just, like, try it. See if you like it or not. And also, the majority of players are just going to have fun smashing their faces and dying on hardcore. Well, a lot of people play softcore, but I'm going to be playing on hardcore. I'll probably stream it, because it's fun. Oh. Is that a champ? Battle Royale? I didn't get to play it. It was only available for like 2 hours, and I couldn't play. Oh my god. I wanted to try the PoE Battle Royale. I watched the trailer, and I got so excited, and I just couldn't play. And they've never brought it back. It makes me so sad. Oh, I wanted to try it so bad. Yeah, what's Mayhem? Huey Mayhem. Let's see, they probably have a post about it. Number of events, Mayhem. Okay, so there'll either be 20 rogue exiles, or 20 strong boxes, that one sucks, or 20 invasion bosses, that's awesome, or 10 breaches, or 20 tormented spirits, or 20 harbingers. Come on, you don't want to play 20 harbinger league? That sounds great. Kind of feeling like a big deal right now? Absolutely. I have no, like, misconceptions about winning a prize. I just want to know what it's like to enter an area with 20 tormented spirits. Usually if you have 3, you don't even notice a difference. I'm curious if it actually matters. Like, do you think you would even notice if there's 20 tormented spirits in somewhere? Because I think tormented spirits are kind of cool. They were an interesting mechanic upon their inception, but they lacked in their execution. And they still are lacking in their execution.
The security system appears to be powered by several.
Okay, that's done.
wheels.
Yellow is set. Blue is not set. Yeah, it's the danger of playing any type of video game. It's too easy to optimize your own fun away. I could play this thing because it's entertaining, or I will instead only play this thing because it's the fastest thing. That's why I've enjoyed not using experience point potions, and it's why I enjoy hardcore. It's just fun to try something out and see what you can do. Have the wiki up, or just have the wheels memorized at this point? No, I always use the wiki. That way I don't have to memorize this information.
As the wheels
So I got 3 monitors. I got monitor 1 with all of my stream stuff on it. I got monitor 2 with my game and what have you on it. And I got monitor 3, which has like extra tabs, Discord, other shit. So I can always monitor everything. And in theory, I could have a monitor 4 that's up here. I can put the game on! I don't know. I hate Caster Druid, so don't ask me. I literally made 2 YouTube videos about Caster Druid where I played a wolf, so I didn't actually have to be a Caster Druid because I hated it so much. So in my opinion, no. It would not be viable without the SLAs. It would be way, way, way harder.
on the wall reads to the furnaces.
Like, while leveling, they'd be terrible. Like, if you tried to play while leveling without using the SLAs, that would be really bad. Probably by the time you hit level 30, you're just trying to poorly be a Draconic Incarnation, so it would probably work without the SLAs. But in Heroics, I don't think it's even possible to do. Where's the thing in this room? There it is. You're on monitor 1? That's right, you're on monitor number 1. Oh, I can't climb this. Whatever, those guys are going to solve the furnace. I'm going to the main control. What build is this? Bay Dark Caster Druid? I feel as though I've seen this format before. Why does the author not put their name at the top?
An engraving on the wall reads, to the bilge control room.
Yeah, Draconic Incarnation. Lol. So funny. Video Discord. Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering who wrote it. I know the person. I just can't remember based on the just looking at this alone.
An engraving on the wall reads,
Rhinoceros.
main breaker room.
Okay, this person's not familiar to me then. Oh yeah, Rosiraptor. Yeah. Rhinoceros. God, I'm so stupid. There we go. Yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar.
The breakers have been reset.
A lot of these builds are likely going to change when color spray gets fixed at some point. So we'll see. Why do rapiers use a slashing animation if they're piercing damage? Because they only have one animation for all the one-handed weapons in the entire game. That's why. It probably just wasn't in the budget for them to make different animations for all the different types of weapon attacks, so they didn't, even though they maybe wanted to. I mean, if you look at the fact that now we have special animations between axes and two-handed swords, and that also we have different animations for the Vistani knife fighting, I wouldn't be surprised if they did add maybe a rapier tree or something in the future that gave you a different animation. Color spray? Color spray not having a saving throw? No, that's not working as intended. Color spray currently doesn't have a saving throw. It always works all the time. 100% of the time you press color spray, it always stuns. The only time it doesn't is if the monster's immune. Can't see the tile puzzles. Yeah, it's supposed to. What this reads, so here I'll show you. This says DC 17 plus highest of Wisdom, Charisma mod plus Illusion. What it actually reads is 100% of the time it always works. It's currently a bug. And now you know the secret is gone. It's sort of like how Tsunami also doesn't have a saving throw on it either. It just always works. Yeah, the way it's currently done, it's very, very super duper overpowered. Every character in the game can use it regardless of anything. So they gotta fix that, and they gotta fix Tsunami.
An engraving on the wall reads, "To the furnaces." Sputtering greasy slime, the last troglodyte eggs rupture. The breeding ground is destroyed.
So yeah. It is a neat thing. Die oozes. Yeah, I think that when that happens, a lot of people who don't actually have any illusion bonuses are going to realize that their build doesn't work anymore, and they'll be like, no, my build! My build! It'll be very sad, but that's the way these things go. Yeah, dude, this game is not going anywhere for, like, a long time. Hey guys, make it up. Yeah, they have, like, a 5-year plan for both of these games. Like a 5-year plan is in like they have content releases for the next 5 years. And also, if the content releases keep making money, they have no intention to ever shut it down. I mean, they technically could just shut it down because they feel like it. But that doesn't seem likely. Do you have Dimdor? Dido? DD? No? Yeah. Well, yeah. Yes, this game is not as popular as World of Warcraft. Also, this game doesn't have a staff of like 3,000 people like Blizzard. Also, my understanding is DDO spends $0 per month on advertising, so they don't spend any marketing money or anything. I don't think they do any actual advertising. I think they maybe have some banner ads that play somewhere. I think somebody sent me like a link to a banner ad that they got once for Dungeons and Dragons Online. Yeah. Yeah, DDO and Lotro make a shitload of money. They're huge. Was it like DDO makes more money than PlanetSide 2? And PlanetSide 2 has like 3 times the player base at like 120 something thousand players. Obviously they're different games with different markets, but still, it's interesting nonetheless. Damn it. This sucks. I want to hit this guy, but I can't because I don't have the right angles. Oh man, that guy died. They don't have good angles. I can get a raise though. Oh, 70%. Rats. Hold on, I'll get him. 70% chance means I'll get him eventually. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't use Facebook, so I've never seen the advertisements. Yeah. Alright, time to go do an optional. Dosant of acid. POS. Oh no. Making drug references. Yeah, I know. I've had this happen to me already. He's immune to evil damage. Rats. He's immune to everything. And rust. He's immune to everything. Take 10 and also hit the washroom. That's a good idea. You gotta do that every once in a while. It's a healthy thing to do. To get up and stretch your legs and to go walk away from your computer thing that you've been standing in front of for like the entire day. Well, I haven't been standing. I've mostly been sitting, but here I am standing. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna use the washroom right now because I really want to do that. I will be right back. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy the content, consider subscribing so you don't have to see advertisements like I'm going to play right now. Are you a member of Twitch Prime and you have a free Twitch Prime sub that you can use on somebody every month because it costs you no money? Guess what? If you subscribe to StreamTom, no advertisements on this platform. But until then, enjoy your Audi commercial. I'm back. Hope you guys enjoyed your Audi commercials. It'd be neat if there were actually dungeons. I feel like it would be a waste of money to put DDO ads on this actual live stream. Although I would definitely be down to do affiliate marketing. You know what I'm saying? But such an opportunity has yet to arise. Advanced next level as Artificer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I have a 43 jump right now? Oh, I'm on a horse. That's why. That's why I'm a 43 jump. I don't actually have a 43 jump. I'm just on a horse. Okay, inflict damage is a stupid spell. So I'm going to take cold iron weapons. I don't know you need cold iron war. So I'm going to take inflict. No, greater elemental weapons. Greater elemental weapons. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. How are you, Cerebria? How are you doing today? Is it pretty good? I hope so. I hope so. Okay, now I need to get level 10 gear. Also, spend my Reaper points. Yay! Slept in though, which is not always good. I agree. It's not always good to sleep in. Sometimes you sleep in a little bit too much. And I find if I sleep too much, I don't feel better, you know? Like, sometimes you can make the argument and be like, oh yeah, you know, you sleep in because you need the rest. Because you stayed up all night, you know, toiling away, building up some new dream concept about how you're going to change the world. But in most cases, it's because you're like on your phone just looking at YouTube videos being like, and you like can't stop yourself from doing it for like a while, and you spend an extra hour awake, and then when you wake up in the morning, you feel terrible. Absolutely terrible. It is a problem. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? I'm here to give you a solution. No, I'm not. I don't have a solution. This is a complicated problem, though. Come on. Open your inventory. I want to put some stuff in here. Okay. So, suppressive fire. Oh, I only have suppressive fire. I don't have the Blight Inferno at all. I have no copies of Blight Inferno. That is astounding. I didn't think I had no copies of Blight Inferno. Huh. I don't have the Blight Inferno. But I have Whirling Words. That's cool. That's a good rune art. Can't wait to use that one. Very powerful. Excuse me. Mythic 4. Mythic 3. Okay, so I want some of these things. B for Burn Scar Sash. I want the Burn Scar Sash. Gauntlets of Innate Arcanum? No. Bunch of legendary stuff. Soft Soul Slippers. Tiara of Madness. What is this doing here? What else is in here? Magnetic Gloves of Repair Amplification. Insightful Magnetism. Wow. That's great. Those are really good gloves. Insophic Circlet. Very good. Then I can't watch stream. Yeah, exactly. Don't use your phone, but do use your phone to watch me. The old double standard. That's what I like. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about the double standard. Okay, so key lock ring is maybe good. Do I even need one of these to be able to detect stuff? No, I definitely don't. I'm like too good. Too powerful. There's no way I need one of these to actually detect stuff. And I can't use any of this other garbage, so that's really funny. I don't know if I need one of these docents. I don't have the gloves. I need the, not the crumbling gloves. Yeah, I can't even use one of these items. So yeah, we'll just, I think this is it. I think that's good enough. I got like a few items. Kind of disappointed that I don't have that other rune arm though. Isn't that really weird? Nice stretch. Yeah, figuring out the gear conundrum is tough. Oh, I'm watching the DDO Discord. I apologize if I sometimes take my eyes off of the screen. It's not that I don't want to pay attention to what I'm doing. That technically, because I'm like a moderator, I have to, or it's kind of my job to stop people from bullying each other. And people are very bad at not bullying each other. You have to sit people down and be like, no, stop being bad. Like, but I don't want to stop being bad. You gotta hit him with the newspaper. Okay, suppressive fire, adherence to the mist set. Perfect. Flightfoot Greaves. That's a good set of Greaves, I think. Mantle of Fury. Oh, yeah. Burn Scar Sash. Mm-hmm. Magnetic Gloves of Repair Amp. Why not? Repair Amp. Burn Scar Sash. Alright, this is replacing this. Suppressive Fire. Boots. Mantle of Fury. So this, I'll just have it as a swap in case I need it. I don't think I do, but in case I do. These chains are charisma, quality, charisma, accuracy. These are better than this item, so I'm not even going to use this item anymore. Put this away, put this away. And I also need to get rid of rune arms. I don't know. I just have to double check and watch stuff. I find what happens is people always go the most ballistic in the middle of the night. It'll be like, oh, gotta wake up because something is happening at 1 in the morning or 3:15 a.m. And like you have somebody who's messaging you directly at 3:15 in the morning. And you're like, oh, gotta wake up, ban people on Discord, then go back to bed. Alright. Let's sell some garbage. Not my cosmetic. Not the trees and cosmetic. Why do I still have that crown of leaves? And also, I was told that I should get a crossbow. I'm actually going to get a crossbow, but I'm not just going to get any crossbow, because any crossbow is not good enough for me. No, no, no. Ho, ho, ho. Anti-claws. I'm instead going to get a very particular crossbow. Very particular crossbow. So, by the way, I went from having about 80 spell power to having 199 fire spell power, so that's pretty good. It doesn't feel like that's a lot. Really? I only have 199? Combustion 77? Plus enhanced combustion 77? Huh. I really thought I would have had more than that. Now I have a blue fireball thing that I shoot. Yeah, definitely would have thought I had more. Oh well. The Pharaoh bows look sick? Yeah. Is spell penetration a hoax? No, spell penetration... What do you mean is it a hoax? Spell penetration helps you penetrate monsters' spell resistance. It's very useful when you fight monsters that have spell resistance, like demons and drow. I think that's it. Yeah, the blue fireball is great. So one of the reasons why this weapon is cool, it's not just because it shoots out a blue fireball, although that is very cool, but also, fires an explosive ball of flame that damages your enemies. Opponents struck by the fireball receive a will save for half damage, so it's will based, and at charge tier 3 and higher, opponents within the blast have a 25% chance to have the curse spell cast on them. Oh, this guy waved at me, /wave. Cure. Here you go. Here you go, buddy. Have a cure. So it's a will save, which means evasion? Nah. Navi, no evasion. Let's say you're doing elite difficulty at 30. Okay. Are you doing quests that have monsters that have spell resistance, such as demons and devils and most creatures of the Underdark? Like drow? That depends. If you are going to be doing Mines of Tethumar, then yes, because you basically can't affect anything in Mines of Tethumar because they all have spell resistance. I'm trying to think of what big creatures. Dretches in Ravenloft have spell resistance. Also, all of like the bearded devils, the Orthons have spell resistance. I don't think the Tieflings do. Abishai have spell resistance. In the Feywild, I'm sure lots of monsters do. I don't even know. I don't think Redcaps have spell resistance, although I'm honestly not certain. Do Redcaps have spell resistance? Do any of the new monsters in Feywild have spell resistance? I think Pixies have spell resistance, but I could be wrong. But wait, what spells do you even cast as a druid that hit spell resistance? Do they even cast any spells that hit spell resistance? I don't think so. I don't think any druid spells hit spell resistance. Earthquake? Does Earthquake have spell resistance on it? Quick, I need an Earthquake check.
You stumble through the thick mists, only to find yourself on an unfamiliar. You spot a corpse in the.
I feel like
grass near
my
the
intelligence
abandoned
somehow
cot.
went down. I didn't take off any items. I don't know what's up with that. Because it's only 39 when it was 40 before. Oh, it's because I used a potion.
From down the road,
We
you
can make
hear
it
the
40.
sounds of harsh growls and clashing. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
That didn't animate.
Do you serve Strahd?
You hear howling in the distance.
I'm trying to think of what spells are actually affected by spell resistance. I don't even think Howl of Terror might hit spell resistance, but you don't really do Howl of Terror. What do you even need to spell pen on a druid?
Someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest.
Cleric nuking spells? Okay, that's... You gotta stay on focus, man. Okay, so you're not casting instant kill spells. If the spells deal only direct damage, they're unaffected by spell resistance. Okay. I don't know why there's so many wolves here, but I am already dead. How am I alive right now? I'm gonna die again though. Hold on. Hold on. Rats. Yeah, I didn't use any elemental resistance was my problem going in there. That was an issue. Uh-oh. Oh no. Sorry, I misclicked. Have to... How do I get this to go off of me again? Why is it looking at my face? Oh man, look, I got a shave. Look how uneven my shave is. Awful. Awful how uneven that is. And sometimes I don't actually want to have this put directly on me because you can see how uneven it is. Ugh. Ugh. I haven't shaved in like 3 weeks. That's how bad it is. Can't have that. Oh god. How do I turn this off? How do I turn this off? I don't understand. What do I do? Is it this one? Is it? Nope, it's not that one. Dang it. God, this is so weird. I can't figure out how to... no, that's back to me. Ah, this is too hard. I can't figure out how to get this to work. Maybe if I press this button? Hold on, I don't know. Is it this one? No. This one? No. This one? There we go, finally. Perfect. There we go. Good. There. Took too long for me to figure out. Cough. Okay, so apparently that was hard. I can beat this quest. I'm not an idiot. What? Korthos Walk of Shame. No, no, no. I don't know what you were talking about. I was just having an issue with my camera. That's all. I was having an issue with the display. I spawned on the ship. I never do the Korthos Walk of Shame. It's a true fact. Did you guys see me on Korthos? I don't think so.
You stumble through the thick mists.
I don't think you did see
only
that.
to find yourself on you spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cot.
Flipped it? Yeah, that's a fake. That's fake. You faked it. You can tell by the micrographing. Obviously fake. Come on now. No one would believe that.
You hear the sounds of harsh growls. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Who are you gonna believe? A fake clip that says altruistic filthy jaguar? It's a filthy jaguar, dude.
A raven cries somewhere.
Yeah, you know, with the micrographing and the overlaying and the pixelography, all those things cause obvious errors to show up in the clip.
Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest?
Obviously, you know, I'm no rube when it comes to splicing video together to make somebody look bad. Do you honestly think that I would reincarnate and then forget to bind myself to the ship?
You hear a branch snap behind you.
Bleh. Don't think so. Don't think so. Not even possible. It's straight up deepfake. That wasn't even me. That was some dude named like Chan Man Person, and he obviously he died like 17 years ago. So, and you just shop that photo, or like you know, deepfake that photo of him over me. That's the trick. It's crazy. This never happened to me.
You can hear noise from up the road to the east, the same way you came.
Ridiculous. What a splice. That was just taken from another stream, out of context, 7 years ago. That wasn't even me playing. This is actually a pre-recorded video, so it's not even possible for you to have done that, because this is pre-recorded, and I'm just psychic. Come on now. Who are you going to believe? Somebody rambling as fast as they can to say as many things as possible? Or somebody with a video evidence? Come on now. Because you never die. That's the secret. Just don't take any damage, and then never die. You never have to worry about it. How much damage does my charge up ball dealy do? Shit. Hold on, how much does this do? Dang, that's a lot of damage. That's like 200 damage. Charge tier 4. Picture evidence as well. That's blurry. I like honestly, that's like no better than all these blurry pictures of like the Sasquatch. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, Bigfoot's real. Look at this blurry picture that I have. Look, it's the Loch Ness Monster. That picture is so blurry, you can't even see anything on there. There's no evidence or proof that that is what you're claiming it is. So blurry. I just want you to know that. Oh man. Don't imagine being like actually upset about something like that.
What's the first thing I
Being like, no, I spawned in Korthos again. Now I gotta walk again. It's just like a mild inconvenience.
Whenever I wandered too far away from his side.
Denial is not just a river in Egypt.
I thought he was just
It's not.
being silly. Now I know what he
It's also the
feels.
way that you feel about the
I
fact
was
that
afraid.
I did, in fact, resurrect on the ship. You don't think I did. You're in denial. Okay? You gotta get a towel and dry off and come onto solid ground where there's logic and sanity waiting for you. Stop being in denial. Alright, so now I have a crossbow dealie, and I can throw this in here, and I can't use it. Why didn't I take a bastard sword there? Oh, I'm pretty stupid. Anyway. Probably should have taken a bastard sword there. I can probably just go make one. Maybe. I did have fun making a Seranian weapon when I made those Seranian hand wraps. For my, for the Razor Claw Shifter build. That's a fun weapon type. Also, it's way too expensive. It takes 2 sagas to be able to make one weapon, and you're already way over leveled for the weapon by the time you make it. Wait a minute. I didn't think Nubacabra played on Argo. Did I miss a live stream? Has he always played on Argo? Or is this new? Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. I'm just gonna wave and say hi. He's also streaming right now. That makes sense. Yeah, see, the trick is you gotta be a real pro gamer. You know how you be a pro gamer? You don't even have a girlfriend. That's how you be a real gamer. Haha, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm a pro gamer. What are we doing? I need to get spells. That's what I need to do. Yeah, real gamers don't take breaks for anyone in their lives. Real gamers don't pay their bills. And when the repo men come to take your stuff, real gamers cry in the corner by themselves. While eating Hot Pockets. We don't have Hot Pockets in Canada. It's very disappointing. I can't even make jokes like that. I'd be like, I'll just go get some real gamer food, like some Hot Pockets. Like, yeah, we don't sell that in this country. They have a ban. It's against the law. Can't even, like, if you type in Hot Pockets Canada, it just brings up 404 error. Like, nothing comes up. You can't even do it. Crazy. If you try to think about it, you actually go straight to prison. They don't even wait. They just imprison you on the spot. Madness. Seems a little excessive. I think it's a little excessive. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, let's get a better spell. Conjure bolts. Okay, so now... You have cold pockets? Oh, absolutely. That's a Canadian tradition. Here we go. I wonder how much damage this does. I have no ranged feats or abilities whatsoever. I'm gonna go shoot something. Some Hot Pockets? Sorry, we don't serve you. No, that's just when the police pop out from behind the bushes. They're on horses, because it's Canada, but they pop out and they go, hey, you're breaking the law, eh? You're gonna go to jail for a long time, buddy. And you're like, oh man, I don't want to go back to jail. You're like, did they at least, can I at least get a Molson Canadian? And they're like, oh no, they're still out of Molson, eh? Only got Bud Light. And you're like, oh man. I don't know where I'm going right now. On moose? Bro, you can't ride moose. They're massive. You can't tame that. I might be Canadian, but I'm not a giant. Moose are like 8 feet tall at their shoulders. You know how big that animal is? That's crazy. If you've never seen a moose, like, up close before, it is astonishing how friggin' big moose are. It's literally crazy. I don't even understand. What about a mini moose? No, they don't have those. You can only get those in, like, America. Hold on, I just want to shoot something with this crossbow and see what happens. Let me go.
You stumble through the thick mists.
See how much better it is, maybe.
Yourself on an unfamiliar forest road.
Also, aren't that like elk? And the only thing I know about elk is that they bite, which apparently is incorrect. Apparently elk don't bite, and you can touch them. But I remember learning at a young age that elk bite.
From the mists cling to you, and it's suddenly hard to breathe. Dazed, the mists cling to you, and it's suddenly hard to breathe.
Okay.
Dazed, you stumble and lose your bearings.
I just want to shoot a pack of wolves. Where's a pack of wolves? Ah, there's a Reaper over there. Perfect.
The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt!
So if I just shoot this guy...
He asks, sword at the ready.
Uh-oh. versus the alternative. Oh shit. Hold on. Versus the alternative of, no, I don't want to do this. Of just beating everything to death. Which goes way faster and better. Okay, good. Well, not better. I almost died, but now we know. I don't know. I don't think that there are... Like, you definitely can't ride a moose. But yeah, there's no Hot Pockets. We have Pizza Pockets and Pizza Pops. There's like McCain. They make the McCain Pizza Pockets. I honestly haven't had a Pizza Pocket in like 10 years. So it's been a while. I don't think you can get McCain products in... I don't think that's just a Canadian brand. Let me check. I think it is. McCain. No, it's not. Wait. McCain Foods. What the hell is this? It's not a Canadian brand. It's an international brand. Maybe? Welcome to McCain Foods. McCain Foods Australia. What is this? I want to know about this company. I don't know why. Sustainability report. No, this is all very boring. Info Center? Media assets? McCain Foods Worldwide? About our partners, our passion, our leadership. Man, this is a massive company. That's crazy. Americas, they have Canada, USA, Mexico. Okay, maybe it's just an ultra mega company, and whoever makes Hot Pockets can't compete with McCain? I don't know. The weather in LOD? You want to know the weather in the Lords of Dust? I'd like to not be bitten elk enough to not try to find it if one would bite me. There you go. What's the weather like in the Lords of Dust? I mean, all the windows are closed, so I'm gonna go gloomy. It said LOD. Is there a place called LOD that I don't know of? Sorry, my eyes are bugging me. Eyes, why do you bother me so? And I shouldn't touch them either because it makes it worse every time. What the hell is this? Always the Wikipedia links. LOD. Oh, this is a city. Oh, yeah, you gotta put the country of origin, man. I can't know where it is. You gotta put the place. Some Israeli city. I don't know. Never heard about this. I don't know anything about this city. Interesting. Austria? Wait, is bugging a real place in Austria? Because if it is, that's awesome. Let me put my sunglasses back on because I touched my eyes and that was a bad decision. Ugh, the old touch the eyes trick. Alright, we can do that. Huh. Alright. Well. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you the weather. Hello, everybody. I am Cool Strim Tom, and I'm here to bring you the weather from a place that I didn't know existed and now know exists. LOD. It's a city in Israel that I didn't know about, and I thought it was the Lords of Dust. I apologize for thinking that your city, if you're from here, is the Lords of Dust. But the Lords of Dust is more well known. Possibly. I don't know. At least it is to me. It's warm. Not hot. Just warm. 15 degrees Canadian. Kind of clear. Not really very cloudy. But wait. Because tomorrow, as we drift into Friday, it's going to get even warmer. 22 degrees. Talking perfect weather to stay on your own patio. Don't interact with human beings because of a pandemic. And chill. Have a beer. Relax. Because this weekend, on Saturday, and probably on Sunday, it's gonna rain. Because it always rains on the Strimtom Weather Broadcast Channel. Thank you, I'm Strimtom, and this has been the weather. I don't know why I did the weather so weird. I just had like a feeling go over me. Name change for the city. That's hilarious. Bugging. This is a strange weather. That was a strange weather report. It was. I don't know why you guys watched it. I wouldn't have watched it. Everybody likes different things. I don't know. Would I watch a weather report where somebody yells the weather while they're also like just doing something different every time? Then you have one weather report where somebody is just constantly shoving like fruit into their clothing or something, or like tomatoes. They're just like dropping tomatoes into their pants and they're trying to shove them in, but they're like trying to tell you about the weather. And you're like, this is very weird. And then another broadcast where somebody is like on one foot and they have one arm and they're trying to use a big stick to paint a picture on the wall while they're telling you about the weather, where there's just something really distracting on screen that is very hard to look away from, because it's not that it's actually interesting, it's just very absurd, so you want to look at it. But then other than that, the cadence and everything else is a perfectly normal weather broadcast. I think that would be very funny as a skit or segment on a low budget TV show. Get him his points back? No refunds. Get the hell out of here. You know what my motto is here on this Rim stream? That's right, no refunds. We don't do any refunds. Never. That's not true. I refunded some points already. Oh. But no refunds after that. I didn't talk to Bruku again. He even says, "It is yours by right of battle. Then talk to Bruku again, and we speak of what comes next." Perfect. He even told me to do it, and I couldn't do it. Bruku, I just couldn't. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I couldn't talk to you again. So far, my build is holding up. All the item choices are good. The selections are good. I worry about my Reaper difficulty going forward, but we'll see. It's important to note that I don't believe I designed this build for Reaper mode. I designed this build to make a character look and do a certain thing. But we're gonna see. Yeah, I don't mention it, do I? Do I mention Reaper? How does this compare DPS wise? Can I play this end game? This build is a B tier DPS. Oh no! It's not B tier anymore. It's C tier. Oh, it slid. RIP. I'm currently doing Reaper 2. Yeah, this is not a B tier. This is a C tier. Or could be better.
To the northwest is a tunnel leading to the
Or consider support build.
where a ruined temple lies.
Or
The stench of trolls wafts from within.
I don't know, I don't have another word. On the same DPS tier as this Danny favorite soul. No, it's not. And two-handed paladin. No, it's not. Oh God. Oh, that is an old set of text. Hold on. This build is BT DPS, decent melee damage, but can't capitalize on critical damage as well as the good melee builds. As well, some of the damage is elemental, or it won't always work against things like shroud portals or immune monsters. This is correct. However, it is tanky, can heal itself in other Warforged, disable traps no problem, and is really fun to play. On the same DPS tier as Vistani Favorite Soul and Two-Hand Paladin, it outperforms Repeater Artificer. So, this is going to be interesting. I don't know if all of that is true. Definitely on the same tier as Vistani Favorite Soul and Two-Handed Paladin is incorrect. That is just not true. Straight up. I don't know why I wrote that. And then I also wrote, you can play this at endgame. This build will get a DC for tactical destination to be high enough that you can provide crowd control and damage at the same time. This is true. This is actually correct. This is a actual factual piece of information. When you're using all of the sets listed, you should have a sizable amount of damage potential with this build.
A bedraggled ogre stares at you from the cell to the north. He's been beaten and whipped.
You can do better. You can do better, Shrimp. Come on. Yeah. No, it's S tier, buddy. I don't know. What's the deal with the S tier? Can someone give me the 411 on that situation? Why is it that it's not A tier? There's an S tier. There's a tier that's higher than A. Superior? Supreme? Yeah, it's like above A tier.
You now have the key to the
In my opinion, there really can only be one thing that's S tier.
The battered ogre shoves out of his cell and flees.
Grim Tom tier? No. No. I don't want that level of pressure. And two, no. But I've always wondered that. I know it comes from like a lot of them, like Japanese games and stuff. They use S tier on things. Because I remember when I used to try to do the DDR. You beat a level or whatever, and or you beat a song, and it's like, oh yeah, nice, you got A tier, and you feel really good. But then you do it, and you do it again, you do it a little better, and instead of getting A tier, you get S tier, and you're like, that's cool. And then you do it again, and you get double S tier, and you're like, hold the phone? Why is double S tier a thing? Wow. Light damage. Oh, I know. I'm just trying not to get upset about it, because if I get upset, I will body slam my desk. And I don't want to do that. This desk is nice, and expensive, because it's a standing desk. Do I want to destroy it? No. I want to cherish it. I want to say thank you, desk, for allowing me to stand, so I can get it dispelled and go, ah! Off camera and feel nice and calm.
And slivers of gnawed bone make a trail
That's what I'm happy for.
east wall of the passage. A few tiny globs of something.
See? That's what's about. Grim Scream. I hope that wasn't too loud. I wasn't trying to be. I was just mostly trying to do like a dramatic thing and be an entertaining live streamer. But I'm a calm boy for the most part. Unless I get really agitated and go, no, you don't understand. And I start talking about something. Depends on where the conversation topic is going. If I feel passionate, I will be like jumping up and down like some type of guy who jumps up and down when he's angry. But if I have no passion, then I just stand here like a zombie. Neck tilted. Mouth just hanging open, being like, making the motions, man, making the motions. I think it happens to everybody, though. There's going to be a point, you know, no matter what it is you're doing, where you kind of just like, even if it's stuff you enjoy, just like, you know, just making motions. Do you tell a roommate that if they hear some weird stuff from you that it's probably okay, and just for the stream? No, we've known each other for long enough. She just passively ignores me. It makes it way easier. No. No. You can't catch me. I'm on a horse. You have a Warforged Barbarian build guide? No.
A battered and
Wait.
scarred ogre chieftain watches you from among the
No.
ruins.
I don't. Do I even have Barbarian? I might have a general barbarian. Let me see. Full build repository. I have wood elf barbarian, which you could probably just use. Yeah, I have a wood elf barbarian. That's pretty good. The only downside with the wood elf barbarian build is it's not updated for strike through, so I don't think I took the two-handed fighting feats because they were so bad. I'd have to double check the video or the build. I'll look at it right now.
The air in the outpost has grown frigid.
Yep, it does take all the two-handed fighting feats, although it doesn't take two-handed fighting until 6, which I don't recommend doing. Frenzy Berserker, Occult Slayer, Wood Elf, and very few points in Ravager. To be fair, you don't really need a guide. If you want to play as a Wood Elf Barbarian, literal, or not Wood Elf, a Warforged Barbarian, just make sure you take Healer's Friend and go tier 5 Ravager, because it's really good for leveling. Yeah, the Heal Amp Barbarian is Wisdom. I would not really recommend somebody play the Wisdom-based version on a Warforged who gets a minus to Wisdom. I want something more analogous to that. Yeah, and then I have the Dwarven Barbarian build. Actually, the Dwarven Barbarian build from the Hardcore League is probably the best example. Yeah, Hardcore Dwarven Barbarian. Been in every Hardcore League thread ever since. Check the build repository for the Hardcore Build Barbarian guide.
Again, the voice calls from the gloom.
Because it's just going to be good. It's just going to work. Heal Lamp Barbarian is very cool. I've had many people tell me that they've enjoyed it quite a lot since the original writing. And it's, like I said, it's got a bunch of neat ideas. I don't like that I have to manually aim this rune arm, because it's just different than I'm used to. But that being said, that also works. Wood Elven Barbarian. Why did I do this? Damages. Yeah, so all those builds will work just fine.
You are persistent, growls the disembodied
Not interesting enough? No.
It will be your undoing.
Who goes through secret doors in quests? Did you pass by a secret door and go, and then walk away? That's usually what I do. I just go, and then I'm done. I don't need to actually go in the door. What's in the door is less important than the fact that I know the door is there. You see? You know what I mean?
From the midst of the fane, a ghostly form glares down at you. This is Talara, one of the cult's ancient priests in the Dark Six.
I don't know why this rune arm doesn't hit the ground ever. Very annoying.
As the final protector of the Libram of the Six falls, the barrier surrounding it dissipates.
Yeah. I find that DDO is the kind of game where what you should do, and what I hope most people do, is that they should read, they should read the build guides, and then use them as like a template. And if you want to make a change, make that change. And if you're curious about a change, ask about the change, but use them as like a template. You don't always have to play something exactly one-to-one as written somewhere, especially in one of my build guides. I encourage people to kind of branch off and make their own versions, because then one, it's going to be more fun and personal to you, and you can enjoy it in a new way. And two, I just think that overall it's just a better practice. You get to learn a whole lot.
A battered and scarred ogre chieftain watches you from among the ruins.
You know, so for example, if you go to my Hardcore Wisdom Tempest Ranger and you play it and you look at it and you're like, oh man, this seems kind of cool, but maybe I would like to take this feat, then it gives you an opportunity to understand what the difference might otherwise be. Maybe you change a couple feats and you're confused because your character either performs better or worse. It gives you the opportunity to maybe learn and understand why by taking those little bits of difference. And saying, okay, well, I decided to use this feat or this ability or this spell or this whatever. And then all of a sudden you get this very different character that performs kind of the same, but starts from a different playing field, you know? Before enhancement trees were a thing? Oh man, that's an old build. That's an old build, man. My oldest build is update 39? Well, update 39 from when I started posting every build.
Find another exit when your task is done.
Beacon of Hope, Healer. When I started posting videos for all my builds. Be like, look at me, my build. Oh yeah. I remember the old builds. All right. Old DDO question. See who knows this one.
The air here
Without Googling it,
bleakness and evil,
what
as if all you have found
is
were
the
now you must destroy all the altars of the
what
dark
was
systems.
the prerequisite to summon an Iron Defender in the original system to get it to unlock in the enhancement tree so it would be available? What were the prerequisites to summon to build an Iron Defender in the original enhancement system? No cheating.
You have broken one of the altars of the
Human
dark
Dragon
systems.
Mark is one of those
All
things.
remain hidden around the
The
outer
Human
temple.
Dragon Mark of
They
Caneth.
must all
Correct.
be smashed.
But there are others. You did not just need the Mark of Making, actually. No, don't Google it. Don't Google it! Don't Google it! All the races could, actually. Human Dragon Mark is correct, though. But this is like an old school thing. But humans could do it with the Dragon Marks. And also... oh yeah. It's old, man. Humans with the Dragon Marks, and also fighters and rogues with ranks. I believe it was 4 ranks in the repair skill. Could also do it. I don't know why fighters and rogues, but...
You have found the side exit of the temple. You can escape.
Dodge only gave bonus to AC. Yeah. That was good times. Also, you got a 20 on your... or a 100 on your friggin' gold roll? Wait, you got a Stormhorn's Owlbear? Dude! That's such a cool pet! Oh, that's awesome! And 20k XP. That's sick, man. Congratulations! Oh. Stormhorn's Owlbear. But yeah, the old system was kind of goofy. It had a lot of weird things that you could do, like the fact that there were the prestige classes, but they didn't tell you how to get them. And some of them would require stuff like, you have to take Wizard Concentration 2 to get access to the Archmage tree. And it's like, what?
Crumbles to dust.
I have to do what?
Wave of rage
Take
buckles
Wizard
into
Concentration skill 2?
stills. The power
Okay,
of the
I
dark
guess I will
six
do
is
that. No, no,
lessened.
no, 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 miss, 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 miss. Yes! God, that feels good. No, 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 no.
A foul miasma shrouds these ruins. The
Yes,
temple
actually,
is
that was the thing
set
until like
for
2017.
war. The
Until like
jungles
2017,
close
that's been in the game.
corridor that obscures
It's not that long ago.
the ambush.
Yeah, you need to take Uncaring Master out of the Arcano Technician tree, or the old tree, and you couldn't do it as a druid. And then, since the AI is so bad, they just got rid of that entirely. 4 days.
A
Gold rolls.
battered
I know,
and
don't
scarred
forget to
old
log
chieftain
in.
Watches you from among the ruins.
Every day. Enhancement trees through trainers? That was the worst. No, 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 no. They made the change a few years ago. Whenever they when they added Renegade Mastermaker to the game, they also removed that restriction. Wait, where was that orange name? Hey, Vermilo? Whack, whack, whack. Gotcha. Give me that XP. No, that was not further back. It's actually really funny how not far back that was. Yeah, so it's kind of neat. What else is there? I'm trying to think of weird old quirks of the system.
The wrath that abated with the altar's destruction has returned threefold.
Who knows the name of the Bard... There were 3 Bard Prestiges back in the day. Who knows the name of the Bard Prestige that is no longer in the game? Hint, it is now the name of an enhancement. Bonus points if you can tell me what it did. Or what it was for. Spellsinger? No, Spellsinger is in the game currently. I'm talking about an enhancement tree that is no long that was one of the original Bard Prestige classes that is no longer. Correct. Can you tell me what Virtuoso did? It is an enhancement in Spellsinger. Yes, the Virtuoso Bard. It was about bard songs, regenerating bard songs, and fascination. It was completely useless. Yeah, it was the worst by a crazy margin. The War Chanter Bard and the Spellsinger Bard were both way better. Oh! I think. Yeah. I'm trying to think of another fun question about old stats. Alright. Here's an old stat question. Sorcerers used to be able to specialize in 6 spell powers. Now they can only specialize in 4. What are the 2 that are missing? Anybody know? Technically, it wasn't spell power, but it was increased spell damage. Ooh! I will say, all of you are correct on force. There's one missing. Nope, not Sonic. You know, gotta go faster, faster. None of that. Incorrect. I'm gonna give you a hint. Technically, it's technically electric and Sonic. Sonic is like a side. Hey, and repair is correct. Yes, you used to be able to specialize in repair spell power and force spell power, although you can no longer specialize in either as a sorcerer. I had dreams that they would add a force repair tree, which would have been the Argent Savant, to go along with the Elemental Savants. They did not. It was repair. Repair and rust are the same thing. Running through the swamp to the starter area on new tunes. Yep. Other weird DDO facts.
Vendisco covered the 6 sneers at
Oh, Vendisto Prelate of the Six. Die!
Prelate Vendisto perishes. Blood and vile oaths spilling from his lips.
No! 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 That makes me mad. I should have healed or done something instead of just standing there. Nope. It was just repair spell power. But yeah, well, guess what? I'm a zombie, bitch! There, I got him. Yep. The tree for wizards before Eldritch Knight? I believe wizards only had 2 specializations, which was Archmage and Palemaster. They didn't have a third, if I recall correctly. I may be recalling incorrectly, but I believe they only had 2. They had the Palemaster. They had the Archmage first, and then they got the Palemaster later. I don't think they ever had a Wild Mage tree.
You have found the way to
The original use of the pirate area?
is shut and barred
Oh,
by
no, you
multiple
mean,
gates.
yeah, the original starter
Go
zone.
no further at this time.
Also, those dungeons are still in the game. The original tutorial zones? They're already in the game. But I know it was lower before that. It started, you just don't remember what it was. The game started at level cap 10 back in 2006. And then moved into level cap 12, level cap 14, level cap 16, and level cap 20. Yep. Archmage has almost always been bad. It's really funny. Not always, but before Palemaster existed, Archmage was really good. And then Palemaster existed. Ah, good old Palemaster. Alright, well, me being dead in this dungeon is the perfect opportunity for me to end the live stream, because I have to go. When was level cap 20? With the release of... I believe it was not the Inspired Quarter. I believe it was the patch that came after the Soul Stealer Souls dealy. It was the Shavrath, yeah. Shavrath brought it up. And then we got the Inspired Quarter and all that other stuff. Yes, you had to complete the whole... Well, or you bribed a guard, which is also a thing. But yes, thank you guys for watching. We had a fantastic time. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider following the channel and ding that bell for notifications to get notified every single time I consider a live stream here. On top of that, if you like what you saw, subscribe. Helps support the channel and what I do. And then also, you get to watch this show ad-free all the time, every day. And if you happen to have a Amazon Prime account, if you link it to your Twitch account, you can get Twitch Prime, which lets you not only get cool free stuff for all your favorite games named Warframe, but you also get the ability to subscribe to one person for free, taking money straight out of Jeff Bezos' pocket and giving it to your favorite live streamer, who could be me, but might be somebody else, but I'm asking you to do it for me. But that's it. That's all I have for today. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to find somebody for us to raid Shadow Legends, and it should be a good time. Let me go find a raid. Twitch.tv. Yes, I want to go to my own channel. Twitch. That's what I wanted. Bring me to my own channel. Sweet. We're gonna raid Nubicabra because he's online on Arganesson. We're gonna hit him with the Argo Best Go. Let's get him with Argo Best Go. That sounds good. Let's do that. Raid Shadow Legend. Also buy my shirts. They're comfortable fabric and you will like them. Buy my shirts. That's all I got. So thank you for watching. I hope you had a fantastic time. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, because we're doing some more Dungeons & Dragons online. And it's going to be awesome. Yeah, that being said, that's all we got. So, see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your day. I gotta make dinner. But I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, stream. Welcome everyone. Right now we're just running through, playing a little bit of Argonescent, which is not my main server. Oh, ooh, there we go. My girlfriend's main server. Argo Vesgo. Oh man. Argo's a server.
What are you doing, Strim?
I didn't get a fucking Argo Besco.
Thranol, indeed. It's a quest. It's a quest chain. I'll tell you that much.
Son of a bitch.
'Cause I don't have everything all twinked out on this gen, so I need tomes. I need a dex tome so I can do shenanigans with my next build. Then I'm just gonna park at cap and be a powerhouse.
Oh my god.
Argo's a server. We did a L Shroud, and it was something. Let me tell you, it was something. There's some interesting builds.
Yes, I understand.
Liked it. Great memes. 10 out of 10.
That's so funny.